Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 117 of Suplex City Limits for July 8th, 2017. Hold by trombone, Megaran. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, joined as always by the whitest fudge ever created by man.
Hell, no, kidding.
Jesus!
Well, I mean, come on, right? I mean, get behind me, man. Have my back. Come on.
No.
This is Tyler Fudge here. Hitler hating, everybody loving. Bring the love to me. My dick is always free. Jim.
They always got some vibe. It's your boy, totally not a Nazi, Tyler Fudge.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Welcome to Suplex City Limits 117. We're available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow us on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. You can also follow Tyler at The Federation. You can help out the show by donating on Patreon, like bad motherfuckers Killer Keith Martin, Lightning Bolts, Jeremy Foltz, huh? Like
yes. Oh, man, they just keep getting better and better and better.
That's going to probably end at some point. But infamous Chris Savage, Ms. Guy, Wrestling Soup Podcast, much love to them. And, of course, Casey, who's donated to our show since the beginning for years now. So, props to all of those people for supporting the show, keeping the lights on, keeping our bowls full. We also... T-shirts, man. We sold a couple of T-shirts.
No fucking way.
Yeah, we have T-shirts available at ProWrestlingTees.com. We have 4 designs available, sizes small to 5XL, shipping worldwide. And there's also a sale right now, the Independence Day sale. Started July 6th, goes until the 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So, depending when you're listening to this, you might have a day or two to save yourself 20% on everything. Use the promo code America.
And if you're from Canada, it's the Canadian Day sale, and the code is America.
Is it really?
No.
I was like, you had me, man. You fucking worked me right there. Consider myself worked. We also, shout outs to a couple of gentlemen who bought some T-shirts at Grizz4327, Ty. He's on Twitter. Thank you very much for picking up a shirt. He picked up the SCL 8-bit pro wrestling inspired T-shirt. And also shout out to Caleb at Caleb Tor, T-O-R. I guess that's what we're going to go with, Caleb Tor. Picked up the classic
it's like
logo.
Bellator?
Yeah. Maybe that's the deal. But yeah, man, international, no Americans picking up shirts. We got Ty is in Alberta, Canada. Shout out to the people.
That's my neck of the woods there, buddy.
Shout out to them. And Caleb is in the United Kingdom. So shout out to them. Paying crazy money for shipping, probably. Paying more than a T-shirt is worth just to support the show. We thank you very much. Today on the Pod of the Immortals, we'll be talking New Japan in the USA. What? Raw, SmackDown. I want to talk about a little Impact. I may forget because I'm really baked, but maybe talk a little Impact. Lucha Underground. Who knows what else we'll get into. The news of the week and a whole lot more. So we may as well get into it as we are tasked once again to get baked as shit and talk about the week in wrestling. Have you smoked your joint over there yet?
It's already gone. My joint is done. So I am primed and ready to fuck up and, do a 6-star podcast today, actually.
Let me just go ahead and check Stoned as Fuck off the list.
I should have a noise for that.
Now all we have left to do is talk shit on the week in wrestling.
Yeah, there we go. So are we going to start with the news there, sir?
Let's do it. Start with the news.
Today in the news, Dixie Carter. She's a floozy hanging out with another company and much more. Jim, take it over to your fine-ass baby doll.
This just in, Dixie Carter still cross-eyed. Oh, man. I can't believe that, though. That's crazy.
Isn't that fucking ridiculous?
That can't be our lead story of the week, is it?
No, I'm burying the lead, baby. Burying the lead.
WWE database exposes 3 million subscribers to the network. Our addresses, backgrounds, etc.
Now, like, okay, what would be the backgrounds? Like, what backgrounds do the WWE have on us?
Let me tell you. They have questions on there that you can choose to fucking fill out. I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would provide, any company, much less the WWE, with how much money you make and how many people live in your house and all these other things,
No, I would not.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more.
I've never seen these. There's one website in the world that I never visit, and that is WWE.com. I have the opening page to the network bookmarked, and that's the only time my ass goes to that domain. So I have no idea about these, the questionnaires. I've never ever seen one.
According to the report, the breach included addresses, ethnicity, salaries, educational backgrounds, customers' children's ages, genders, and more. So that's good stuff. A lot of addresses to fucking shitty trailer parks.
Yeah. Now, did you say genders or genders?
Transgenders and genders. I don't fucking. Why would you give that? Why would you willingly provide that information to WWE?
Yeah,
I see it in there, but I'm like, why the fuck you, man? I'm not giving you my shit.
I don't do it for anything unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
By absolutely have to, I mean like to see a certain porn video or something. Yeah, sure. No. Kidding.
They're also out fucking looking for new sponsors too. So if that has a connection with the ball segment.
Geez.
You go ahead and make that connection if you like. I don't know. I'm just saying that was last week. This week they're out looking for some new sponsors. So
you'll have welcome to WWE Great Balls of Fire. This week it is brought to you by Big Baller Brand. Make your balls the biggest baller brand. Here, Big Baller Brand. Back to you.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry, I went off the rails that time.
No, it's brought to you by Rocket League. Has been sponsoring all these things. I'm like,
yeah.
I was kind of felt betrayed by it. I was like, why are you guys, why are you taking all of our money and doing this? Like, take the money and give us more shit and stuff to do in this fucking game. Why are you advertising on Everyone knows about Rocket League. I feel like that's the game that, every motherfucker has.
I believe so. I have it.
If you're looking to play a game with somebody, you're like, fuck, I don't know. What do you got? You got Rocket League? Okay, of course you do. Everyone has Rocket League.
Yeah, it's so easy. And Rocket League is for everybody. And I'm pretty sure anybody can play Rocket League and have a good time at it.
Yeah, unless you lose.
I don't even mind losing.
You get something every time, right? You unlock something every time, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, whether you win or lose.
We should do that, man. If you play Rocket League on Xbox One, hit us up on Twitter at Suplex City Limit, because Tyler and I play Rocket League.
Actually, Jim, we could do one better. In the future, once Rocket League is released on any other system, besides for PlayStation 4, they can all play together.
Yeah, well, it's only on these ones. I mean, I guess if you're on PC, you can play with us too.
Yeah, and there's the Switch version comes out in a month or something like that. But I mean, how many people have the Switch, right?
Probably not many.
I got one, but I mean, fuck it.
Oh, do you?
Oh, fuck, I had to because I needed Mario, so Mario Kart had to be mine.
It says Mario. Who was giving you shit one time for saying Mario?
You or somebody, wasn't it? Or was it Lynx? Maybe it was Lynx. Lynx gives me shit about the way I talk all the time.
Well, Lynx Kinetic is an asshole.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Shout out to Lynx Kinetic and the Strap Podcast. Good people. I mean, there's... Talk a little bit about Slammiversary. Maybe. I mean,
there's two notable things about Slammiversary, in my opinion. And that's what's his name? D'Angelo Williams.
Okay, is that what it is?
Yeah. Did you see that match?
I saw clips of it. I mean, everybody's all fucking hard and all in the pants over this guy doing a fucking arm drag, dude.
If you watch the full match, he did a lot. He was actually pretty impressive for a guy that had his first match ever.
it was weird. It became like this fucking narrative this week, though. People like, that was like, it was like their counter to like we watched this amazing like Omega Elgin match and this amazing like, all these matches on New Japan, and they're like, well, yeah, but fucking this guy was really good. Like, who gives us a shit, dude? Like, well, like
if TNA is not relevant enough for something like that to really make a big impact, but like there's a lot of guys that were saying that were close to the wrestling industry at that point in time that like, he's as good as Kurt Angle was when he first started, kind of deal. Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't matter anyways because he's retired from professional wrestling as of Wednesday or something like that. So
yeah, I think it's really telling that we are in the business of wrestling entertainment, and that we're still calling it TNA. Right there, you called it TNA.
Yeah, despite
them changing the name twice since then.
Yeah, no, because
they'll never live it down.
I suppose it was that was last week on the news, wasn't it? That they turned to GFW.
Yeah,
and that was GFW Impact Wrestling.
I actually started a hashtag on Twitter. It's hashtag Anthem GFW TNA Impact on Pop. So that's what I'm going to use when I tweet about their show. This is in related news. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. First, I don't know how much I trust a dude named Buddy.
No.
But he declares Impact Wrestling Day in Orlando on July 5th.
What the fuck?
It's I don't know, like that's pretty common around here to have like, oh, it's it's like on The Simpsons, right? Today, I declare today, whatever the fuck, titty fuck boom boom day.
Yeah.
I guess in Orlando they do that shit too.
I suppose Orlando is a pretty funky town.
The funky town. I don't know, what else you got, man?
Let's see here. For Slammiversary wise or Impact wise, you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. We can talk about. We can quickly go through that show later on, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the news then. We might as well touch on how Austin Aries is released from the WWE.
Yeah, man. Everyone's saying. I've heard that he requested it. He seems pretty upbeat about it on Twitter. So.
Yeah, that's the rumor going around. He requested it. He wasn't happy with the way he was being pushed. Winning the Cruiserweight title was a big part of it, and then asking, apparently, to leave the Cruiserweight division and being told no, and so therefore asking for his release.
Gorilla Monsoon once said that if you're in the business for anything other than money, you're a fool. I'm just saying. He said that. That's his quote, man.
Well, hey, it's a job. Out of all other things, it is a job. It's a paycheck, so.
How many years does that guy have left, man? Just do whatever. Make the cash. I mean, where is he going to go back to, like, Ring of Honor or something? I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Not all WWE releases are actual releases. It's very possible that he will just get a release that he has to sit at home and only work bumfuck indies until his contract expires.
Well, he just put out a book, too, and, I mean, he's like, almost quit the business before.
Oh, yeah, there's been a couple times.
Like, when he was, when he didn't make it onto the fucking, whatever. Yeah. Right. He made it into the top 25, but didn't make it on the show. The season that,
Big Andy won. Yeah.
The gigantic star in the wrestling business that piece of shit was. The same show that didn't pick, Matt Cross or, I mean, fucking who else? Oh my God, there's so many people on there. Marty the Boss.
Oh, really? All those guys were on that year? Shit.
Oh, not on that year, but they were all on that show. I think they were all on that year too. Yeah. You know why I remember that season the most? Because I actually watched it because Austin fucking hosted it.
Is that the first year Austin hosted it?
I believe so.
Okay.
And it was the tits, man. Anyway, sorry. We're talking about the news.
We could never get it in Canada. So.
We're the most meandering fucking get off the subject podcast going.
That's true. That's true.
But maybe that's where the gold is, man.
Hey, it's a conversation. Just listen to us talk, converse, feel like you're a part of the conversation.
That's pretty much it, right? Like, we don't talk all week, and then so it's like you have the chance to like hang out, get baked, talk about wrestling. I don't get to talk about wrestling really all week, except for on Twitter.
Well, yeah, and that's not even the same. You got to type it out. My fat fingers, I go to type and I misspell shit. And I don't really like it, but we could just veer right back on the track, really, if you want to.
Yeah.
And go on with AJ Styles winning the U.S. title at Madison Square Garden on a house show. First time in 5 years that a title is changed on a house show.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It just makes me think, like, why?
Well, see, in my opinion, like it's they you know, I'm sure it at some point in time can help, you know, ticket sales if, you know, they think, oh, a title could change for a house show. You may get more butts in the seats, but Kevin Owens was wrestling with a broken thumb at the last pay-per-view. So who knows, maybe it's like a bigger injury.
I mean, does that though? I keep hearing that. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's good for house show." I don't know that I would care that much. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, does that really translate into more interest in house shows just because someone won a belt on one?
Well,
I don't know.
See,
it doesn't.
I know for me, going to a house show, everything is very predictable.
Well, sure.
You know what I mean? And it wouldn't necessarily get me to buy a ticket just on that alone. No. But I can see that if over time, if this is a cog in a wheel of making the live shows a little bit more appealing, then it's a good start.
I would rather go to a WWE house show than go to fucking Raw or SmackDown or any of that shit. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I've been to a
house show.
It's fucking absurdly long.
House shows are just not even the length. It's the house show doesn't have all the fucking horse shit, you know?
No commercial breaks.
Well, no, you get an intermission. There's fucking just match. It's good shit, man.
Yeah.
No need to fucking Raw. I wouldn't make it through Raw live.
Can you imagine watching like two lame duck matches that are taped for like superstars, then having somebody come out and talk to you for 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah. It was on a Raw house show too, so.
Well, I've been to a Raw. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the SmackDown title. Yeah, that's weird. But I mean, it was Madison Square Garden. They do kind of want to make it a little bit more appealing, I suppose.
Right. And they've done this with NXT. Nakamura won the belt in Australia or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, of course, Joe won it on a house show.
He might have won it right back from Nakamura, like the same sequence kind of deal. Because wasn't that the program that they were doing that with?
Right, but they also did one in the U.S. at some random house show. Fucking, I don't know, someone. I think Joe won the belt. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But it doesn't really fucking matter that much.
I think the last WWE one was the Usos.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be interested to see. I thought it was Sheamus in somebody. I don't know.
Maybe it's possible.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure somebody will call us out on it.
You don't come to this show for facts, do you? Really? Come to this show to listen to us talk shit and make jokes, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. So we'll see. I'm interested to see what happens with that on Tuesday, because either he's hurt, maybe... I could see him doing shit back. He's a volatile character, right? I mean, I could see him backstage disagreeing with something or, having a big fucking issue and...
Oh, I can see it completely. And
they're like, fuck you, we're taking the belt off you then at a house show. You never know, man.
No, it's quite possible.
He's supposed to be Triple H's boy, but...
Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. They do post those pictures, but I just feel like... I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. I feel like he thinks he's Triple H's boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone thinks he's Triple H's boy.
Yeah.
It's also going around, last week we talked about the Colognes were rumored to be asking for their release. Primoz actually has a knee injury and needs surgery, so you won't be seeing them. He wasn't on SmackDown this week.
So he's going to stick around to get that knee surgery paid for?
I don't know. Yeah, who knows, man.
Like, if I hurt my knee, there's no possible way I would quit that fucking job. I would get them to pay for that first.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, it's not like they're really going to be missed.
No, oh God, no. Jesus Christ, take timeshares and get the fuck out.
Exactly. I mean, what else we got in the news?
Did you hear the Just Incredible videos that were released?
Oh, dude, yeah. What the fuck's going on with that guy?
So, okay, in case I've got a clip of it. One specific
excellent.
part. So, just listen to this, okay? In case you haven't heard it before.
Or touched. I've never been in a real fight in my life. Never hit anybody or anything. Yet tomorrow I face 9 a.m. in the morning, I face jail time, and I have not had a public defender get back to me. I have worked for 23 years for the World Wrestling Entertainment Company.
Now, that's all we need to hear, okay?
Okay.
He's worked for 23 years for the WWE? No, that is not fucking true. He worked for the WWE for 2 years in like the mid-90s and for like a year in the 2000s. 3 years.
I haven't taken a shower in a week. I've been eating cat food
That's why
to nourish myself.
That's why my voice is all grovelly. Sugar.
Fuck.
Did you see the match the video of him having a match with Sandman and New Jack?
Like recently?
Yeah, like probably a month ago.
Yeah, he looks like fuck, dude.
Oh, he tries to throw chairs in the ring, and they just bounce off the ropes and back out onto the floor because he's just not strong enough to throw them out. It's fucking
sad as fuck, dude.
It's really bad. But apparently, the WWE paid for him to go to rehab.
Yeah, that's how they go, man. Like they're paid for fucking Tammy Sitch's most recent one too.
Yeah. I heard somewhere recently that Vince McMahon has went on like record saying that is just a PR thing. He could care less if you get clean. That's a quote from something like some kind of interview. They asked him about this, and he said, "I got 2 words: public relations." And it was like, "Oh,
that's
fuck."
Cool, public relations, pal.
Yeah.
What the fuck was his? I'm so fucking still. I'm sorry. What the fuck was? What was his name in his original WWF run, man? He's like the
Al Montoya.
Yeah, but what else? What was the subtitle to Aldo Montoya?
I don't fucking know.
It was like, oh man, you should look it up. Otherwise,
I'm looking.
He was the something from some obscure place they were trying to say he was from.
Let me see here. I don't. It's not coming. I got. Let's see here. WWF. Okay, so he was there from 94 to 97. Portuguese Man of War.
The Portuguese Man of War, dude. Holy fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what a name.
At least they had the good sense to put that dude's ugly face under a mask.
Oh, dude, that's one elongated snout that he's got going on there.
He looks like a fucking... He looks like his grandmother was part like woodchuck or some other kind of, forest fucking rodent.
So, yeah,
like
a big rodent.
Yeah, exactly. Those fucked up. I don't know what they are, but they're in like the family with rats, but they're gigantic and live in the fucking South American rainforest.
Yeah, those rats, they are just incredible.
Oh, the really cool thing about that dude is like back in the day he came out to Prong, snap your fingers, snap your neck.
Yeah, I think we've talked about, or it's, I don't know, either me or Travis on one of the shows, because Just Incredible is on a lot of the ROH shows that we do.
Oh, yeah. After that? Like, well, after, like, what year are those?
2003.
Oh.
It was with the Carnage crew with DeVito, and DeVito's from ECW.
There you go. Let's see. So, WWE's banned another term, which I fucking love these.
What?
I love when
I haven't
they
heard
ban.
nothing about this.
I know it's. Yeah, they are no longer. Well, usually you can tell because they just drive it home a zillion times. They are no longer using the term "money in the bank briefcase," as it will now and only be referred to as "money in the bank contract." And now that I've said that, you're thinking to yourself, "Motherfucker, they have been saying that, haven't they?"
Yeah, they have.
That's just so weird, man. Like
Isn't
all
it?
that stuff, you can't say belt or strap, or you can't say wrestler or hospital or any of the other crazy Vince shit, man. It's so weird.
Well, it's that whole fucking trigger warning. Fucking don't trigger me. Fuck.
I think it's just Vince like getting hard about like everything changing to like his whim.
It's just like, I want to create a world where hospitals are not a word.
Yeah, only local medical facilities do.
Yeah, Pat. Make that happen, Pat.
Fucking Pat.
Now, suck my dick.
As soon as I'm done diddling these boys. I don't know. I was like, I don't have a Pat, really, but...
Insert
It's like-
French accent here.
Super...
There you go. Yeah.
Suck through the boys' cocks.
There you go. Perfect. Fucking perfect.
Suplex Sailor, it's home of the world's shittiest wrestling impressions.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's like, you know how it is? I always come in with like a million stories, and then as we're doing it live, I'm just like, ditching stories. Oh, here's one for you. The Bella Twins set to possibly have another reality show, dude. Another TV series.
Would that make 3?
It would.
Oh, fuck.
This would be a non-wrestling TV series.
Oh.
Because that's the problem with Total Bellas and Total Divas is that they're wrestling shows.
Yeah.
It'll be a non-wrestling TV series that follows the daily lives of the two stars. And has possibly come about due to the success of their YouTube channel. I can honestly say I've never been to the fucking
Nope.
Bella's YouTube channel. I imagine it's fucking vapid as shit.
It's mind-numbing. It's like Gwyneth Paltrow mind-numbing. Because that bitch is crazy. But I can see it now, though. It's like Nikki's just there and her, Brie, I feel like wrestling's weighing us down. Because Total Bellas, it's all about wrestling. I think we need the high fashion, and maybe I'll show off my boobs a little bit more, and maybe John can show off his character and his pecs.
Did you? You remember there's an episode of Total Divas where they were like having an argument about who's smarter, and they took an IQ test, and it actually turned out that Nikki was the smarter one of the two, which was like mind blowing. She may be smarter. They're both dumb fucking cunts, but like at least Bree's seems to be a nice or decent human being.
Yeah,
Nikki's just an evil fucking creation, man.
She's a black hole, sucks in everything around her. So I'm told.
Just to kind of like recap of shows, PWG had their latest event called Pushing Forward Back.
That's such a weird name.
Yeah, this was on Friday. I did not see this, obviously.
I didn't fly.
We don't live in the... God damn it, man. I've ranted about that shit enough in the past, but they had an event. May as well talk about it because it's not like, how are you going to avoid results for this for like 4 months until they release the Betamax fucking video for you to purchase by mail order? You send a crisp fucking $20 bill out to fucking California.
Or you can go to the post office. You go to the post office, you make up your money order, you buy your postage, you send it, you wait, you hope to God that money order did not get lost somewhere, because, I mean, that's money gone.
They don't take fucking money orders, dude. Too high tech. Too fucking... It's not punk rock enough. They only take $20 crisp 20s.
Crisp 20s.
to send it off to PWG, care of American Legion Post, Los Angeles, California. 902, whatever the fuck it is. No. We might as well talk about the results because, yeah, no one's going to see this fucking thing for, I don't know, however long it is.
I only know the results of one match.
Well, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. I mean, the title match, Chuck Taylor becomes the PWG champion, defeating Zack Sabre Jr. Kind of cool, actually. I mean, Chuck Taylor's a fucking old school guy.
Oh, yeah, he's been around forever. And,
right.
you know, I've never, ever not liked Chuck Taylor. You know, I find he's fun to watch in the ring.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a fucking cool. It's I don't know. It's cool for him to finally win the PWG belt. You know, that's cool.
Yeah, he's been there forever. You might, you know, it's just at least just to show a gesture of appreciation for always being there, I guess.
Right. And if I'm honest, Zack Sabre Jr. as your champion is.
It's a little underwhelming.
It's fucking underwhelming. It is because like I just can't. I don't know. Some of these wrestlers, like I don't care if dudes are small. Like Rey Mysterio, maybe it's because he has a mask on, but like he looks fucking. I don't think like, oh, this guy couldn't kick my ass, even though he's like 4'7". Even though he needs a fucking booster seat when he goes out to eat, I don't think like, oh, I could totally kick that guy's ass. But dudes like Zack Sabre Jr., fucking Das Wonder Twink, Finn Balor, like, they're just like they just look. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna be American about it. They look fucking queer to me, man.
Gay!
Zack Sabre Jr. goddamn looks like a queer.
Gay!
I'm just gonna keep on playing it.
It's just weird. And I'm totally into fucking like you're talking to a guy who like fucking makes a point on Friday nights to watch RuPaul's Drag Race with Mrs. Vicious. I fucking love the show. So I'm totally in. I'm cool with all that shit. I'm cool with gay people and everything. But I don't know about like a dude who comes off to me as gay, like in a simulated combat sort of situation. Like Zack Sabre Jr. doesn't look like he could whip anybody's ass.
No, I agree with you there. I
kind of feel that way about the Young Bucks too. Like they don't look like dudes who could like kick your fucking ass.
But they're very fast.
I guess there's that, But Rey Mysterio kind of looks like a dude who can kick your ass, not without the mask.
No, you take that mask off, and he is the most cuddliest bunny in the world.
Without his mask, you're like, "Are you lost, little boy?"
Yeah.
Where
Can I call your parents? Are you an illegal immigrant?
We found a young Mexican boy at the mall. We're trying to find his parents. He's in the living room. He's doing flips off the couch. He's been doing it all day.
He seems to have fashioned my headdress into a mask.
Earl's gonna get him going on the lawnmower outside. Gonna get him doing the odd. I guess we're gonna keep him. I don't know. Raise him as our own. Fucking absurd. In other action, Ricochet defeats Trevor Lee. Desmond Xavier defeats Dave Christ and Jake Christ and Sammy Hallahan. Why this person in their notes would put and.
Yeah, no, there's such things as a comma, bitch.
Who the fuck wrote this? Andrew Ravens. Motherfucker. Call it a comma, bitch. There was a three-way match. Keith Lee defeated Leo Rush and Trent. Just Trent. I don't know.
Trent Beretta.
That's what I figured. He just has to be Trent.
Yeah. he's Beretta
Leo,
in Japan and Trent in America.
Yeah. And Leo, I have like fucking a fifth the followers that your podcast does, but I want to charge you money to be on your podcast. Rush. Mm-hmm. So
he has a podcast?
No, but it was like going around where he was wanting money to be on podcasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I sort of kind of get. Like if, two fucking marks have like 4 Twitter followers or something, I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to take the time to be on that shit. That sucks. But if you have a decent amount of, like, we have like 3 times the fucking followers that Leo Rush has. And it's like, who's helping who? Who's benefiting who if you were on our show?
Yeah, exactly.
Questionable, right? The Unbreakable fucking Machines. Such an amazing tag team there. Brian Cage and Michael Elgin. It's like, what a fucking awesome Haas team. Like, why aren't they just working Japan all the time?
That is a brick house of a team. Like, we're talking about heavy machinery. That's heavy machinery.
Yeah. They defeat the Young Bucks as they fucking should in 1825. I'm sure that was fucking awesome.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Yeah, so. And also Ray Horace was on the show, which is fucking Dragon Azteca.
Oh,
yes.
Really? I've never known who he was outside of that.
Yeah. He was defeated by Sammy Guevara. I don't know who that is. Sorry, Sam.
Either.
So yeah, that's PWG. Get your shit on iPay-per-view. Come on, get with it. Yeah, I don't know. As you mentioned, Dixie Carter's going to be in a fucking Kurt Angle thing on the network on Monday, I believe, after Raw. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. Ain't that a fucking bitch, eh?
Kurt Angle Homecoming, and Dixie Carter's going to be on there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who cares? Why would you have her? It's unnecessary to have her on there. You know, it's not like you don't need her. Like, I don't get it at all. Like, what the fuck are they trying to do?
Especially when you will refuse to acknowledge the competition, or like they're not even competition. I feel dirty just even saying it.
Yeah, it's right, exactly. In their own fucking minds, they are.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
In a small pocket in Orlando.
Yeah, right. Of tourists looking for air conditioning.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I guess there's talk that Lesnar's contract expires following next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So even more
up in the air, hey? Is it?
Right. Yeah. Even more now, more than ever. I didn't even know that, and I was saying, dude, put the belt on Joe, you dumb fucks. So even knowing that, it's like even more, dude. Just put it on Joe and use Lesnar for a couple, big like one-off fucking matches or something with not the belt, man. Here's your chance. I feel like. Here's your chance. Put it on Joe. He's there every week. He's a bad motherfucker. He becomes your new Lesnar, and you just fucking use whatever dates you have with Lesnar. Set up some, I don't know, set him up with whatever.
Set him up with your quote-unquote dream matches.
I don't think Lesnar's part of any of my dream matches.
Well, that's why I say quote-unquote, right?
Like, back when he used to be, like, actually try to wrestle, that was cool, but now he doesn't fucking give a shit, so...
No, it's night and day difference from Lesnar from 2002, 2003 to now. It's completely different.
I will say that second Lesnar-Goldberg match was like beauty and simplicity. 5 minutes in, out, bang, done. It was good.
That's the WrestleMania one, right?
Yeah, that's where he won the belt back.
Yeah. I thought both of those matches were, like the first one just fucking less than a minute. It was fucking great. I loved it.
It was cool. It was like you didn't expect it, right?
No, especially, at least the speed in which it happened, you didn't expect it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of gave it that UFC sort of fucking feel. There's evidently talk about a women's Royal Rumble match at Royal Rumble. Something I've talked about should be happening on this show since the beginning. So there should be a women's Royal Rumble match. It should be 20 women. And I would almost go so far as to say that maybe even a 20 fucking cruiserweight one. But,
See, I feel like if you had a women's Rumble, it could be the biggest train wreck of all time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely it could be. I mean, think about any other time you've seen a women battle royal. It's fucking awful.
And how dopey is it when a battle royal is contested when a person is thrown between the middle and top rope to get out?
Why the fuck was that ever a thing, dude?
Well, whenever they do a women's battle royal of sorts, don't they do that?
Nah, NXT had one recently, and it wasn't like that.
Okay, fair enough.
As I recall, it wasn't, but why was that ever a thing? Like, broads can't fucking go over the, they can't take an over-the-top bump? I don't know.
Broads can't jump.
White broads can't jump.
Ember Moon, baby. Ember Moon jumps to the moon.
She fucking launches herself out of the ring and into the fucking guardrail. I'd be okay with a women's Royal Rumble match, yeah. You know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm nowhere against it. I mean, I'd like to see it. You know, give it to us once. We'll see how it works. Fuck it. I mean, you got people's money for the network anyways. Try something new. See if it clicks.
That's the thing, man. They should be doing a lot more, shit, considering they just have a network and they don't really have to worry about pay-per-view buys. No, you think they'd be thinking outside the box a lot more, and they're not really. They just got to doing lazy shows because they don't have to sell it anymore. It's really like the
I've heard, too,
thing.
though, a lot of the shows that they started with were way too expensive for what the network generates.
Oh, well. I mean, they've thrown out so much shit, right? Like, is there even like barely any pyro at the beginning of the show now? I mean, they cut back.
Any is there?
Oh, there's a little bit on Raw, I think, in the beginning. Maybe SmackDown. But I don't know. They don't use as much of it as they used to. They got rid of special sets, which I know you bought that big crazy fucking thing, that setup that you have now. But dude,
where gorilla position is built in, kind of deal.
Yeah, which it's fucking dope. Don't get me wrong, but
you could build around that though. You know what I mean?
That's what I was. Right? Can't you add other different plate? Like,
they can because they did it with the SmackDown set.
SmackDown set doesn't even have a fucking ramp, does it?
Sometimes it does. I think that all depends on the building.
Oh, I thought SmackDown just didn't have a ramp, period.
And they might not, but I mean, if they don't, it doesn't really matter because the setup's still the same.
Yeah. It just sucks. I don't know. I liked when it was, a new, a cool set, and you'd be like, "Well, that is the set,"
Nothing, in my opinion, beats the Backlash set with the hooks and the SmackDown Fist set. Those two are my two favorite sets they've ever done.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I just feel like too, special entrances, they don't do it enough. I think on WrestleMania, aside from the opening fucking matches.
The main marquee card match should have, I agree.
Special entrances. I think everybody should have a special look for WrestleMania. Even I don't know. Whatever. Fucking.
Well, it's your biggest show of the year. You should be using theatrics. But I would imagine that the WWE and all their infinite wisdom, they just assume that if everybody is then nobody's special.
Remember when Rusev came out on a fucking tank? I mean, that was epic.
I was there live. That was fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you were there? That's right. Yeah, there you go.
I fucking marked out hard when I seen that.
That one had a lot of special entrances. Sting, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Of course, Triple H.
Yeah, the Terminator one.
Oh, God.
That one was horrible. The Sting one actually live was very boring. That was very
weird. Asian drummers and shit. What's going on?
We getting a fucking Karyuku girl or whatever the fuck it is thing.
Bray's could have been cool, but it wasn't dark enough. So
yeah. Even the Undertaker's entrance was murky. It wasn't dark. It was somewhat dark.
Yeah, that's when they were burning time with that whole rock segment and shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, just talk about random old WrestleMania shit.
Yeah.
That's about all I've got for the news, man.
I've got nothing else for news.
Awesome. What do we want to talk about?
I'd say why don't we you want to start with New Japan?
Let's do it.
Okay, so just minutes before the show, Jim said, "Oh, I wish we had a Japanese song." Well, Jim, here it is.
What is this? So,
New Japan.
Oh, why? Awesome. Take us through it, man. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so do you want to go deep through the card, every match on the card, or do you want to just go through the highlights of the card?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we can go through the highlights. I mean, like I said, I only watched select matches from night one because it was on Access, not on New Japan World. Anyway.
So, okay. The first title tournament match was Jay Lethal and Hangman Page. It was really a nothing match. It was less than 10 minutes. Jay Lethal wins. Hangman Page, he can go fuck himself. I don't like him at all. Then the second one was Zack Sabre Jr. and Juice Robinson. The match was okay. I mean, still, nothing came out of this match and stuck in my head. It was like, oh man, that was dope. Because, I mean, it's Juice Robinson and Zack Sabre Jr. Let's see here. We had Tomohiro Ishii and Tetsuya Naito, which was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, so you had that there. Tetsuya Naito, every time he does that fake tope con hilo or whatever, and he just slides back into his pose into the ring, that I just fucking love.
Yeah, that was a good one. Night one also had Omega and Elgin, which was a good match. And Cody and Okada.
Yes, so did you see
What did you think of that? I saw parts of it.
That match, I'll start by saying that match did not belong for the, you know what I mean? Like, that match is not a caliber match for the IWGP Heavyweight title, in my opinion.
Yeah,
now,
really.
If you took that match and you put that match on a WWE show, it would be one of those, oh, that was okay.
Yeah.
So if
I was interested to see, too, like, what Cody's going to be able to do with a guy who is arguably one of the best, wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, and it's not much.
It really wasn't. Yeah, I was, like, really looking to this to be, either he's going to kind of be what a lot of people say he is, and that's, or he's going to come out and have a bad mother-fucker of a match with Okada. That didn't really happen. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't like...
No, there was nothing wrong with the match.
If you're working with Okada, it's like, here's your chance, Same with Omega. It's like almost expected to be a blowaway match, right?
Exactly. Anything less than great is unacceptable almost now. But, Cody... I never ever thought Cody was going to be the fucking main thing in the Indies.
I still like it, dude. I think him as the American Nightmare is fucking great.
Oh, I'm not saying anything against that. I agree completely. But when it comes to being number one in New Japan, no, not even close.
I loved him on night two. We'll talk. I guess we can talk about that at night two. But
well, I mean,
that's pretty much night one right there.
Okada wins. Let's go to night two. Kenny Omega and Jay Lethal. Yeah, it was a good match. You knew Jay Lethal wasn't going to win because he was selling his ribs the whole time. So Kenny Omega is not losing to an injured Jay Lethal.
Quickly, I'd like to point out the fact that Jim Ross and fucking really high Josh Barnett, thank you very much. I was thinking of the fucking WCW Barnett, oh boy. Neither of them knew what the lethal injection was called.
They didn't know a lot. This even led to a lot of the New Japan wrestlers revolting against the calling of this whole weekend, actually.
They were not happy, dude.
No, Tama Tonga basically just told him get the fuck out, never come back.
Yeah, as if he's got any kind of fucking pull.
Yeah, he's got no pull. I mean, what do you mean being Haku's son gives you no pull?
Yeah, Tama Tonga said commentating sucked at the G1 special. At least real Kevin Kelly knows the storylines and our fucking names. Because let's talk about that. Because that's a big fucking topic of discussion here.
Yeah, they were calling Skrull Searle.
Oh, dude, he didn't know which Briscoe was which.
No,
JR didn't.
He fucked up between Evil and Bushi for Los Ignobles, or however you pronounce it. Legit, Bushi is like the smallest person on the roster.
Yeah.
How can you get Evil, who is the rainbow-colored, bigger Asian guy in Evil, and the smallest guy in Evil? How do you... whatever.
They didn't seem to know the fucking rules at times. Those 10-on-10 or 5-on-5 matches, 10-on-10, I wouldn't fucking get it. It's probably the next fucking New Japan pay-per-view. The first 3 matches will be 10-on-10. Then they really were fucked up because there's 10 guys around the ring. They don't know what the fuck's going on, who's what. It's like, that's a clusterfuck as it stands, man. So
it is.
I love JR. I did just say that. I fucking love that guy. He's like the voice of our childhood. I mean, not really, I guess. I was older when he was around. You can
say that for mine. You can say it for mine, for sure. Like, my at least from, like, age 8 till up to, like, 20s.
Yeah, because I'm older, so I guess I think of classic, like, fucking Gorilla and Bobby, or Gorilla and, Ventura. shit like that. But
yeah, when I was a small kid, it was Bobby and Ventura, or I was listening to that shit. I remember watching WrestleMania 6 on repeat. I watched that constantly.
It'd be like one of the tapes you have with wrestling, so you just watch it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
There's a lot of that shit out there, man. You get like, you just happen to have some SummerSlam on VHS that like you failed to take back to a video rental place, and now they've closed. So they've closed down or whatever, or you just stop going there, so you still have it, and you just watch it like over and over and over because you have nothing else to watch. It's like.
That was the glory of our generation, you know what I mean? It's like there were certain things in life that you knew everything about because you watched it constantly.
Right. So, I don't know. I thought it sucked, and it was weird. It was kind of the first time you've seen some cracks in JR. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean he wasn't that good for that What Culture show that he did, or whatever it was. But, no,
and
he's old.
This is a guy who does... It'd be one thing if it's like, oh, he doesn't call, New Japan or whatever, but he does those Access shows, dude.
Yeah.
That's like a whole other thing. If he did nothing for them and came in and that's like the What Culture thing. I don't expect you to know much about fucking El Ligero or whatever the fuck, and
exactly
whoever they've got over there. So I get that, but I mean, he's been doing Access for what? A couple
years for sure.
Ever since Morrow left, so.
And then so like what? How does he do Access now when he's going to be doing like the WWE stuff as well?
I believe so.
That's weird.
So, all of this said, it makes me fucking really wonder about this women's tournament when it's going to be
him and Lita. Yeah,
crazy grandpa who doesn't know anything or anybody. And Lita, who can't fucking talk, who seems like she's on pills all the time every time I fucking see her.
Yeah,
it's like she's been on. I used to think she was drunk. Her and JBL just getting the fucking sauce on.
Just the barbecue sauce is spiked. It's got some whiskey in the barbecue sauce.
Oh my God, spiked barbecue sauce.
It's got bite. But
I'm fucking one of the legendary voices of wrestling, and I shit the fucking bed on this event. But anyway, proceed.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, he beats Jay Lethal, obviously. Tomohiro Ishii, or as I was privy as Ishii, defeats Zack Sabre Jr., which I thought there was a lot of good psychology in this match where like Zack Sabre Jr. would try to slap the shit out of Ishii. He would no sell it all, and then he'd do one slap to Zack, and he'd fall down and just sell the shit out of it.
Yeah,
and so like that was pretty good. But Tomohiro Ishii ended up winning, beating Zack Sabre Jr. Let's see here. We might as well go into the Young Bucks and Roppongi Vice.
Fucking dug the match.
That
good
match was
as always.
Dope. That match was amazing. And so, like, where do you think Rocky Romero goes now?
I don't know, but let me just fucking have a moment to recognize how fucking nice it was to see a tag team break up without it being the WWE same breakup fucking thing,
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on you, stab you in the back.
Just to like, hey man, we were gonna fucking do this, and you're my brother and shit, so I'm gonna you should go do this, and I don't know what he's gonna do now.
No, I know that Rocky Romero has done some coaching in the Performance Center, like going in for seminars and stuff like that. I don't know if that's something that he could just slide into.
Is he an older guy? A lot of people were immediately oh, is he retiring? So I mean, he must.
Well, he was. Let's put it this way: he's in ROH around the timeline we're doing it in 2003.
Oh yeah, I could see it then.
So he's not young. He's been around for a while. But another thing too, coming from that, Trent Beretta going into the heavyweight division.
Yeah, right. Do you see that at all? I guess I'm not. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of the, a couple years ago New Japan. I'm kind of into it within the last. I was into the fucking old school shit in the '90s. And then, as a lot of people dropped off with it, and now I'm kind of back to it again. So I'm not too familiar with that dude. He never really came off to me as I don't know.
He was like when you watch the New Japan Tag Division, he doesn't really stand out as, you know, like the Young Bucks do or whatnot, but his matches, he has taken so much punishment in those matches, man. He takes everything. Like you see Rocky Romero barely takes a bump, but Trent takes absolutely everything. And I find, you know, he's a very clean worker, and in Japan, that's really what you need to get a push. You know, you work like a fucking workhorse, and they'll push you. If you don't work, then we'll stop pushing you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was good. They also, the Young Bucks were like, had tweeted earlier in the day, because Dave Meltzer's father passed away. Yes. Sorry, it's the biggest fucking rip. I can't even, like, breathe. 5-star podcast.
Put that cigarette out.
He's disappeared. Okay.
I'm back. They're like, we're going to do the most epic Meltzer driver ever tonight for Dave's dad. And then, like, kind of symbolically, they shit the bed on the first attempt at it. You know? Outside, they tried it. They did, because they did it twice. Did they not?
I thought that the first time was interrupted by one of the members of Roppongi Vice, but I could be mistaken.
I guess I feel like one of them jumped off the top rope and didn't even make it there. Barely, like his foot barely fucking hit the other dude. Maybe that wasn't the indie take, or maybe it was something else. But either way, I enjoyed that. You know, he did like, this one's for you, Dave, and they fucking did the like really cool, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I know that springboard 450 indie taker to the outside kind of deal. That was pretty dope.
And they do that, like, I know when they do certain things, like at PWG, like they'll blow kisses at him and shit. I think it's I think it's cool that they're like recognize him and like, you know, think you know, that's cool. I like it.
Well, like, for me, I feel like Dave Meltzer has a lot of, you know, they can thank Dave Meltzer a lot for their career. You know, Dave Meltzer was always a big fan of them, always putting them over. Even when people were calling them shit, Dave Meltzer was always saying, "No, they're the best tag team." And so, you know, that's pretty cool. I think Dave and his father were actually supposed to be at that show.
Oh, I'm sure they were. Yeah, I'm sure they were. His dad is into wrestling too. Then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, his father made the early graphics in the '60s for like stuff like wrestling. He's the one that created that stuff.
What the fuck? Well, there you go. What other matches did we have?
Well, Cody, the second night of Cody, I suppose we could talk about that.
I like that. I thought it like went maybe a little bit too long.
A little bit, not too bad though.
It was cool though. I liked it because the crowd would want somebody and he'd take them in, and they'd take back out, and like they did it like so many times that it was not entertaining. But it was actually like they did it so many times it stopped being entertaining and then started being entertaining again.
Yeah, like when the crowd was chanting "We want Fale," and it's like, oh man, you know they hate you and they want Bad Luck Fale in the ring, and even Bad Luck Fale is on the apron just like, shh, guys, shut up, like come on, like really?
Yeah. Fat fuck Fale, don't want to get in there.
Yeah, stutter and mumble jumble Fale.
They have like this dancing fucking bit, you know, and they want him in there, and he goes in and kind of like fakes like he's going to do it and then drops an elbow or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I thought Cody was fucking good here. I like him as an asshole.
He's a very good heel. Yeah, that asshole heel, he's good. Like, even when he was in TNA and he was when he turned heel in TNA on Moose, it was really good.
To me, I don't know, man. Do you think he'll be back? Do you think he'll ever go back to WWE?
He might.
I think if they bring him in, you got to just go with fucking the American Nightmare thing. Yeah, American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and fucking, I don't know.
That was at this point, at that scale, they can do a great job with it, I think.
Yeah. Well, we were saying here too. It's like it wasn't a great match or anything, and you know he's not gonna be a guy to give you a fucking crazy fucking match. But I think his character and shit's like at least enough to be in the upper card and on WWE. I mean, who else do they have, honestly?
Well, yeah, and he's always had good characters, like Dashing Cody Rhodes. Come on, that was fucking great. Yeah. When he wore the mask and would put paper bags on people's head front row, that was fucking glorious.
With the mustache and shit, that was good too.
Yeah, it's fucking
I even like that fucking. I don't know if it was because I liked them, but at least I think maybe because I like their dads. But when he was taking up with fucking
Ted DiBiase.
yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
Was he Jr.?
Yeah, he was Junior. Yeah.
That was pretty cool, even.
Yeah, Legacy with Randy Orton. That was like the only good thing Randy Orton ever did.
Yeah. Well, some of that super heel shit he would do was kind of cool.
The Legend Killer stuff was pretty dope, I think.
And then, like, when he kissed Stephanie with Triple H, was like handcuffed. Was that another thing?
I don't know when that was, but it rings a bell. But there's so much of it.
Yeah, there's so much.
Did you see the Tanahashi Billy Gunn match?
I did. The crowd fucking shit on Billy Gunn. As they should. As they should. Good on them.
Oh man, that was the match. If you look at the match compared to other matches you see, compared to WWE, it was another one of those. Well, it's not a shitty match. You know what I mean? Like it was an okay match. Like nobody really fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, on a New Japan card with Tanahashi.
What is the Billy Gunn thing, dude?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, he's a big, he kind of fits the, well, I'm not going to compare him to, like, fucking Stan Hansen or anything.
No, but he's a
a big fucking Texan guy. I think he's a Texan. He's a Southern guy.
Yeah.
And they love that shit. Yeah, they love that shit over there, so I kind of get that. But, yeah, this crowd is just, like, and I kind of like that about, like, this new, a lot of people shit on the new age crowds or whatever, and it's like, I love that. They're like, fuck you for bringing out this old guy fucking, from WWF days. Fuck that. But at the same point, they're all about fucking Stardust, like, ooh, Cody.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's the only thing I can see is the New Japan thinks that, Billy Gunn's a big thing in America, because he won the King of the Ring in '99.
I would have used him here, but they use him all the time. He's always on fucking New Japan.
Well, Yoshitatsu, of all people. What a fuck-off heat tag team that is.
Oh, dude, I don't know what that is. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. What else do we have, then? It's just...
the Kenny Omega and Tomohiro Ishii for the finals of the United States Championship.
Yeah, it was glorious. It's a good match.
Such a good match. And the right person won. Kenny Omega is the U.S. champion.
Yeah, I dug it, man.
Yeah.
He's got at the point where he has Ishii, and they're on the apron, and he's trying to fucking what about it? He's trying to suplex him off through the table.
Yes.
And it's holding on. He can't get him off. Gets one arm, finally gets him in the full Nelson, and then fucking Ishii bites down on the rope, and dude,
it was so good. And then just watch it when they set up for that spot. I was like, there's no way they're going to do that. That looks way too fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
And dude, they do it, and it was flawless. It looked safe. It was.
It really couldn't have went any better, right? Yeah.
Right. It was fucking amazing.
I thought it was crazy that they're like, don't forget to bring those super dodgy tables with us. Dude, fuck, those Japanese tables are a fucking death, man. I would not ever take a spot through those things.
No.
They're just dodgy. They're unpredictable as fuck. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, one could be like an ironing board. One can be fucking just splintery as shit. Who fucking knows?
Those American ones, you take the support off the side. The ones that they use in wrestling. I mean, you can just fucking stomp through them. They're nothing,
Yeah, exactly. It's just a fall breaker, essentially.
Those Japanese ones, they have a tendency for, to not break, but they also have a tendency for one leg to, buckle. So that it, becomes a ramp that slopes your fucking head directly into the concrete. Those fucking tables are dodgy as shit.
They are exactly.
But yeah, it was a good match, man. I mean, it's it's a 5. What did Meltzer give it? Did you hear?
I have no idea what he gave it. Honestly,
I'm sure a 5 stars, right?
It very well could be. I have no idea. It's close to it, I would imagine. Did you know that Meltzer has never given Cody Rhodes anything above 3 stars?
Oh, really?
Yeah, never, ever.
Never. Yeah. Ever even more than 3 stars. Yeah. Well, I wonder what he gives this Okada one. I mean, it's not a great match.
No, it's definitely not going to be more than 3 stars, I wouldn't say.
And that's kind of it, right? I mean, if you can't have a fucking blow-away match with Okada, chances are you can't have a blow-away match.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's the nail right on the head right there.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But yeah, all in all, I fucking enjoyed it. It was great. Mrs. Vicious was out of town visiting family, so it was Sunday night. I had solo. I can watch a 47-hour Japanese fucking wrestling live on New Japan World. It was awesome.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, no, I thought I was missing out because, the time came, it was like, oh, it starts now. I was just like, okay, but I can't go. I come down about an hour and a half later, and it's like, oh, shit, 40 minutes, was please wait, the show starts soon? Awesome.
Yeah. Exactly. It was good. Yeah, those 10-mans are fucking silly, but overall, I thought it was a really good show.
There was some good work in some of those 10-man tags, though. There was some good work in some of them. Yeah,
Liger, which was super over with the crowd. I mean, if I was anywhere near that, I would have wanted to go to that, because that's like the chance to see how often, it sounds like they're going to be back more now.
Actually, apparently they announced, they came out with an announcement that they're going to start building a dojo in L.A., and offices in L.A., and I believe they're coming back for WrestleMania weekend.
That is fucking cool. Should be interesting, man. Because now, I mean, I feel like WWE probably had a real eye on this show, didn't they?
Oh, without a doubt.
They did.
And you know what this does? This probably locks in Kenny Omega to not leave New Japan for a while.
Does this one show, automatically make them the #2 wrestling company in America? Probably not.
It's not far from it, because so
it slots them third behind Ring of Honor for now. That's
for one show can't make you #2. I agree with you there. I would put them #3 behind Ring of Honor. But now, you take what they this show sold out in what, minutes?
Yeah,
and they had, I think it was something like 12,000 people there or something like that. I've heard people say. Yeah, I've heard people say 6,000. It's like, no, that's completely false. That's completely wrong.
It didn't look like that big of a room, honestly.
Yeah, like 1,000 people tops, I feel. And if they sold that out in minutes, what could they do with, another ample build, especially after this show?
Where, though, LA is a big market for them. LA is like, and not even LA, but just California is the fucking American wrestling scene. That or Florida, right?
Yeah.
And really, I think it's California. I mean, there's a zillion indies running fucking out there. I know this because former guest of the show, friend of the show, Hot Tub Guy, Deshaun, from fucking, that guy's at a wrestling show like every single day of the week, man. There's fucking wrestling out there. And it's like not just like, oh shit, some shit bags wrestling. It's like old dudes I mean, it's fucking good shit out there.
Oh no, without a doubt. There's the hotbeds there. You got PWG is there, so that's all you need to know. But I think they could do well if they focused around like the California market. You can go to New York, you can go to Florida,
Texas maybe.
Texas is very possible. There's a couple spots there that you can do. I think you go to Toronto. You could probably sell a big house.
Just follow around WWE, man. Fuck them.
Just tag along.
Do the same city, yeah.
Yeah.
WWE's starting to try to block that shit. So
yeah,
I'm surprised that people are still able to run these shows. And like, what a cunty thing. You're doing WrestleMania and NXT, and they're gonna fucking sell it anyway. So why not just like let this be a weekend of just celebrates wrestling and like let people go to shows all weekend.
You got to think that almost encourages people to go there more, wouldn't it?
Yeah, to me it does, right? Like, I want to go to WrestleMania weekend. I don't want to go to WrestleMania though. I want to go to other events that are going to be there, and that kind of shit. So
yeah, I can attest to you that WrestleMania weekend is a very exciting weekend. I went there before it got really, really big. You know what I mean? Like last year there was 100 and something shows.
I don't know. It's crazy. I know like people were at shows that started like after NXT Takeover and shit.
Yeah, there were shows at like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and then shows that would start at like midnight and shit. It's like fucking crazy, man.
It's unreal.
Yeah, good shit. So, point is, New Japan was the fucking show of the week. It was awesome.
Easily, with even with its flaws, because there was some audio cue problems, the obvious announcing issues, but other than that, it was great. The crowd was great too.
Yeah, dude, I was just like, I was thinking that too. I'm like, this is hey WWE. This is what a crowd that's like having fun sounds like. Yeah. Now let's get into the week in WWE, starting with Raw.
Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw.
First and foremost, I was thinking about this week while I was watching Raw. Whatever happened to the old school Raws, man?
Yeah, I seen you tweet that out. That was something that used to be really fun. You know, you get the old white, red, and blue, or red, white, and blue ropes, and you know, you get the legends to come back. But maybe it's just too many legends are dead.
They haven't made any stars, you know, for the last fucking 20 years. So
exactly, what are we gonna do? Bring back Batista? Like, fuck me.
But Batista wouldn't show up on the fucking go to a WWE event for shit.
No, he's so done with that.
I'm 50-50 on him. I hate him because, well, obvious reasons.
But you love
But then
him.
I also kind of love him because he just doesn't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah, he'll tell it like it is, man, because he knows that if the WWE wants him, they're going to come and get him.
Although, yeah, fuck. That guy's not worth a shit to me. When he comes on to, like, when he comes back, I'm like, really? Batista? The fuck? Anyway, we're in Raw. Raw is in Phoenix, Arizona for 2 days in a row.
Yeah, for SmackDown and Raw.
Be another city that New Japan could probably run, Phoenix. Our good friends, Lynx Kinetic and SVB from the Strap podcast, we're actually at both of these shows.
Yeah, the lucky fucks.
And one of my buddies, who's originally from here, who lives down there, he went to the Raw show, and he's not a wrestling fan, but he was like up in the VIP booths, I guess, through, I don't know, some connection. And he was just like, seemed very confused by the whole situation.
Like, is there anything in particular?
No, not really. He was just like, I'm at a wrestling show, fucking random, you know? So, getting drunk up in one of the VIP fucking rooms.
Probably the best way to do a televised episode of WWE.
Yeah, at least you have other shit to do.
Yeah. Comfy chairs.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to talk about Raw. I mean, what are we going to talk about on this show?
Well, I mean, there's as we've been doing the last couple of weeks, just the highs and the lows. I mean, I would imagine that the Samoa Joe Lesnar split screen promo was probably one of the best things to happen that night on WWE.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that.
But it's confusing, though, because Lesnar seems like the heel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is weird.
Yeah, you know, you got Samoa Joe, who's heel through and through. Brock Lesnar, who should be the babyface, because Samoa Joe is just attacking him from behind. And so Samoa Joe offers to fight him, and Brock Lesnar says, no, come find me. I'll fight you if you find me. It's like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck's going on there.
No.
Just like, the show opened with just like the longest Enzo thing ever. And I'm like, oh, it's almost done? Nope, he's back. He picks up the mic again and he's talking forever. I don't know. Why does this guy still dance? Why did he dance out there? Nobody has the sense to be like, hey, man, when you go out tonight, don't do the dance. Or look a little down or something. No, fuck, whatever. Stupid.
No, yeah, it's because everybody pays for the entrance, right?
Yeah, after that, I mean, I'm just looking through my notes to try to remember it. Yeah, they go to the cast backstage, fucking, like a tiny man jumps on him, Enzo jumps on him and attacks him. And
but wasn't that the worst promo in the world? Coming off from his good promo a couple weeks ago, he pulls this fucking slowed down mongoloid fucking promo.
What, Cass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I got one word to describe you. S. A. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Should have gone to the pot.
I mean, it'll be Sasha and Bailey beat Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Sasha taps Bliss with a bank statement. Great.
Yeah, fuck.
Dude, Alexander and Dar had a match.
Yeah, this is still going on.
Weeks ago, Alexander's like, it's time for this to end, and the rest of us were like, yes, it is, Jesus Christ.
And my God. And then we get getting him while we can.
Has this not fucking been going on since the beginning of 205 Live?
You are
Seriously.
correct, sir.
It's unbelievable, and it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
sucks.
like now they've taken it even further with the FaceTime shit and just.
They
Honestly, it's to the
recap.
point now where it's like I entertain the idea of fast forwarding those matches.
Oh, dude, I do. What the fuck? And that's crazy too, because Cedric Alexander's amazing. I fucking am a big fan of that guy.
I agree.
And yeah, that's the shit. They have all these headlines about about the fucking balls and how but they just like it's so weird because there was all those headlines because it was awful, and because it was a fucking, as I said last week, 1,000 abortions happening at one time. That's why there's headlines, but they're like, oh, look at all the fucking everybody's talking about this. And that really, I really thought about it, man. I'm like, that's what this company is overall, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's good or if it's bad or if it's fucking, just completely ridiculous. As long as people are talking about it, that gets their dicks hard,
Any publicity is good publicity, right?
And really, all those stories were actually about, look how fucking stupid wrestling is still.
Well, yeah, that sent wrestling back 10 fucking years, maybe more.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid. What the fuck, man? I kind of like the Miz TV segment. I thought it was pretty good.
One of my highlights of the week is Bo's bandana.
What about his one black glove?
I know, right? Isn't that fucking great?
I don't understand.
And then we get the return of the I Got Kids.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Brock Lesnar's not telling them, though. I don't give a shit about your kids.
I like he kind of, Miz always has a little bit of reality into his shit, which I like,
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. He ends up, was he talking about Ambrose being the, quote unquote, you're supposed to be the breakout star of the Shield.
Right, and you're just Wacky Dean.
Yeah, just.
Called him Wacky Dean. We've called it like a Wile E. Coyote, man. That's what he is to me.
It was hit the nail on the head. It's completely correct. And I'm sure that's just a stab at Dean Ambrose by the upper officials of the WWE.
Angle is out at some point. We've talked about this too. It's like, how is this the same Kurt Angle, man? It's like too many pills and concussions just burn this guy the fuck out, man.
It is night and day, isn't it? It's fucking bad.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Highlights of that match: Miz tears the ass out of his slacks. The end.
So great.
Yeah, he has this impromptu match where he's got to wrestle in street clothes in this nice white suit. But good thing he's wearing wrestling boots and he has his wrists taped, so that's good.
Exactly. He looked like an oversized Masquerita Sangrata.
Yeah.
In a big white suit.
I mean, this Gold Dust thing. When is this match happening? I
don't know. I don't. Is it on the pay-per-view?
It's not on the. Oh, well, we'll see after this. Maybe it is.
I suppose.
It probably isn't. And you know who else isn't on that show? Everybody's favorite fucking wrestling twink, man.
Yeah. Finn Balor and Elias Sampson. They're not on the show.
Well, Elias Sampson is but it's interesting. I think it's interesting that that's where they have Balor set up, and then he's not on the show.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really have Balor in the main event picture right now, so you kind of gotta dwindle him down a bit, I guess. But you don't really have to bring him down that low to the Drifter level.
Right. He's not even the Drifter anymore. Do you notice that?
Is he not? I was assuming that they would just drop the Elias Sampson thing and just go with the Drifter.
Well, they dropped the Drifter, and he's just Elias Sampson.
Fair enough. I'm sure it'll just become Elias at some point in time.
Yeah, or Sampson, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just
Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, ask Antonio Cesaro or Adrian Neville.
Alexander Rusev.
Big E Langston.
Yeah.
Ask all those guys.
It's fucking crazy.
Rollins defeats Hawkins again in 30 seconds.
Like who the fuck cares? What the fuck is this?
Nobody. Neville defeats Mustafa Ali.
Yep.
If we had to pick an Indian guy to put a belt on and make a focus to be attractive to India, couldn't it have been Mustafa Ali?
Right?
He's an Indian guy, right?
No, well, he's kind of he's Pakistani.
Oh, well, that's racist then, I guess. I'm sorry. If you wanted a Middle Eastern guy, there we go.
There you
But again,
go.
then again, India is the only country that has, a bunch of people in it.
Well, I mean, India, it's like, what was it, like 3 people born a second or something in India? It's fucking ridiculous.
It's gross.
All that hot weather and all the fucking, that's gotta stink, man.
Oh, it's stink, like body odor and just dirty pussy.
Yeah.
And cow shit. Because there's cows.
And everybody's just pissing on the road anyway.
Why do we always shit on India on this show? This is such a peaceful nation, and we're like, fuck you, India. But at least Mustafa Ali is fucking good. I like that guy. It sucks.
He is really good, Like, I agree with you completely. He needs to fix that fucking tooth of his, though. I fucking every time his mouth opens, I see that fucking weird ass crooked tooth.
Yeah, but he's got that. He's got that amazing Spanish fly, man.
Yeah, and he can flip for days.
Yeah,
weeks even.
Yeah. Weeks. I've heard of him doing it for weeks. They set up Neville and Tozawa for the highly, contested cruiserweight belt on the kickoff show. So that's how much they think of that belt.
Titus O'Neil is somehow going to ruin that match.
Bray Wyatt's still doing nonsensical talking, but at least it was in a different background, and so that was cool.
There was daylight this time.
Out in the desert. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, the setting was cool. The rest of it was nothing.
Yeah, Cesaro versus Balor with the Hardys on commentary. Yeah.
Two concussed individuals trying to make conversation on live television. There we go.
Drifter distracts Balor. Fucking grabs his leg. Hardy's down. Brawl. Yeah. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Dude, they also set up that those guys are going to have a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah.
The Hardys. What the fuck is that?
I don't think I've seen Jeff Hardy or Matt Hardy do a 30-minute match in years.
Oh my god. I just like last time around we were like, who the fuck? It's like they picked this shit out of a hat. It's like, oh, go over to the stip wheel and pick a fucking number. Oh, you got 30-minute Iron Man match. With 2 guys who, dude, they shouldn't be doing a match like that. The Hardys?
No, I agree.
It doesn't make any sense. Because these guys are on tour right now, right? I mean, they're probably working tonight, which we're recording on Saturday. And then tomorrow they're like, oh, yeah, go do a half-hour match. It's going to be a lot of walking and talking, man.
Yeah, it probably. It's probably going to be a lot of brawling.
Will there be tagging taking place, or does this then fall under, tornado tag rules, or what the fuck?
I don't know. I would imagine it's going to be a regular tag match, but basically just brawls. Because, I mean, it's Sheamus. Yeah, I mean, what does Sheamus do? Sheamus does nothing but brawling. And we've seen a Sheamus half-hour match, and it is nothing spectacular whatsoever. The only person in that match that can work is Cesaro. And I'm sorry, but you're only as strong as your weakest link. And Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, they're definitely 2 of your weakest links.
I mean, Matt Hardy looks like he's in pain when he walks.
Well, he's got that that hip condition. His hips are fucked.
I don't know. It just seems fucking really silly to put those 2 guys with as many miles as they have on them in a half-hour match with people like Sheamus, who can legit hurt you. Who legit hurts people because he's a stiff cunt.
Yeah, he took Jeff Hardy's tooth out.
Yeah. Yeah, kicked it directly out of his fucking head.
Yeah, visible on television.
Although he did do a lot of fucking crack and shit, so his teeth probably aren't the strongest ever.
Actually, that was a fake tooth.
What's that?
It was the tooth that fell out. It was what do we call it, a veneer or whatever the fuck it is? Or
I'm sure it was fake. Yeah, he probably doesn't have any teeth at all.
No, that's probably his fake teeth.
Yeah. And then in your main event, seriously, your main event, Strowman defeats Cruz. Well, I guess Cruz finally got the headlining spot on Raw.
Yeah, but you know what, though? That when Cruz went for the standing moonsault and Braun kicks him, that was fucking insane. I loved that.
He almost flew out of the fucking ring.
Yeah, I felt bad for Cruz. I thought, he could have broken ribs there because he got launched.
I feel bad for Cruz every fucking week on this show, dude.
That's true.
God, he's so fucking good. And he looks so ridiculous, and it's like... if they could just figure out something for this guy, because yeah, he's not the most charismatic, you know. It's not like he's doing that well with what they've given him. But fuck, man, he's good. I guess we kind of went through the show, but we just rapid fire went through it.
We did, and you know what? That was fine in my opinion. What did you think, sir?
I kind of just like, you know, go through it just to kind of remind myself of it. I've got like all these notes here, so.
I was like, oh wait, that happened, yes.
That was Raw. I mean, I thought it was, I don't know. It wasn't a very good show. A lot of bullshit matches, a lot of nonsense.
When is it a really good show, though?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, if you look at it through the WWE lens, it was an okay episode of Raw, because in the lens of how good an episode could be, this falls in the okay position.
Yeah.
But, you know, comparing this to, you know, watching New Japan the night before and the night before that, it was a lame duck show.
Yeah, but let's get into SmackDown, a show I actually did like.
Yeah.
Because we're a 5-star podcast, taking the effort to actually have the censored one that they used, not the uncensored version.
Yeah, no, it is literally I found the SmackDown video, and
As a somebody who grew up, like I'll admit it right now to all of you. At that time, when fucking Antichrist Superstar came out, I was a Marilyn Manson fan like a motherfucker. Even before that,
I agree completely. You know, like I
remember when that came out, being a fan of them, and like, that blew my mind.
I wasn't old enough to really know what Marilyn Manson was, but as soon as I got privy to actual good music, that album's pretty fucking great, dude.
Oh, it's really good, dude. I like the first two Marilyn Manson albums as well.
Yeah.
I even like Mechanical Animals, which came after that.
Is that the one with the dope show?
Yeah, it's quite the departure from Antichrist. But no, this isn't the Marilyn Manson podcast.
No, and nor will it ever be.
Welcome to the Marilyn Manson podcast, the Beautiful People podcast, where we talk about Marilyn Manson.
See, that could still be a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Because of Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, who announced her retirement this week as well.
Yeah. Good riddance to you.
Bye-bye.
So you've mentioned the red, white, and blue ropes earlier. They made a return here for the 4th of July show.
The America edition.
Yeah, it's SmackDown America edition.
It wasn't in. It would be even better though if it was like in Nashville, Tennessee, or bumfuck nowhere, Idaho.
It was interesting. Usually on stuff like this, well, usually I feel like they're phoning it in, but on holidays and shit, or when they're contested by, they know the rating's not going to be great, they usually really phone it in.
Not
and I felt
week.
like maybe they were trying smartly to pick up on random watchers, random people who are like, oh, fuck, wrestling, and because it had a good 4th of July vibe to it, it had fucking the return of, American Jesus. Super America, Captain America himself.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite Bible humping robot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honor your country.
Yeah.
John Cena 2000.
Cannot compute.
I fucking hate this guy, dude. How long has he been gone? WrestleMania?
Yeah, a couple months. 3 months.
He leaves for 3 months. He comes back, and I'm immediately like, I still hate this guy just as much as I did before.
Because the promo itself is nothing. Especially being a Canadian, I don't. This might come across, but I don't give a fuck about the American dream. I really don't.
It's not a thing. It's not real.
It's not. No, it's the dream that everybody has in every country. It just varies in how where the plateau of that dream is. Depends on the country. But
we don't talk about politics much on this show, obviously.
No.
But to me, the American dream is a fabrication to keep fucking drones going to keep you going your fucking shitty ass job every day where you don't make crap. You know what I'm saying? It's a fake thing. It's to let you think, oh, there is something, when really it's not. The people who were rich are going to stay rich. And aside from very few people get to live the American dream. You know?
Yep. Agreed.
They make it sound like, oh, all you got to do is just, fucking do it. Like, that's not the case, man.
Yeah, just try your hardest. Just try your hardest and you can do anything. What? No, you can't.
You can be anything you want to be. Not really, actually.
No. Could you be a unicorn groomer?
Well, I'm just saying, like, tell that to somebody who, is born into a fucking, like, has no money, there's no jobs in their city. They go to a public school that's been crazily defunded because all the people who make those decisions, all their children go to private schools, and then, try to figure out how you're going to fucking become an astronaut or something.
So
anyway.
But this was all leading up to me trying to say the last 5 minutes of Cena's promo I liked. But the rest of it can go fuck itself.
Yeah. Rusev makes his return, which I was like, for half a second, I was like, oh, yeah, I was excited. And I was like, oh, he's going to lose to Cena again. And, a lot of people were saying, too, they're like, oh, he seemed like he did a shitty job. He wasn't into it. Yeah, dude, he wasn't into it. He comes back to just, like, isn't it bad enough? Like, he got beat by this guy, like, 5 pay-per-views in a row? It seemed like for a year, Cena just beat him every pay-per-view. I'm like, I'm going to beat you in fucking strap match. I'm going to beat you in a fucking ladder match. I'll beat you in every kind of fucking Russian chain match. Give a fuck, man.
That would sit to a Russian chain match. That was actually a match.
Was it really?
Yes.
There you go, man. What's a Russian chain? That's a fucking.
It's a strap match, just with a chain, not a strap.
Yeah, well. The other thing I did like that made me feel slightly patriotic, especially in a time where I feel very not patriotic, this 4th of July, because we had no fireworks. You couldn't light fireworks here, which usually you can. And it's like, oh yeah, usually it's fucking madness in the streets and shit. So it's really, this year we couldn't because of the drought. And, obviously, just America's not very attractive right now, to anybody, including me. So when I had to watch this, the only thing I did get behind was when he said something about, all in Bulgaria, we march on the Independence Day, and all you do here is, shove burgers and hot dogs in your fat faces, and like the crowd's like, fuck yeah, we do. Like it gets chant going. Crowd doing a yes chant to that. I was like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, just like turning around as a big fuck you to the heel.
But a flag match, and interestingly, I was like, oh, if you do a flag match tonight, I guess that makes sense, right? Cena beats the foreign heel in a flag match on Independence Day. But they're not. They're doing it at whatever the fuck their pay-per-view is.
Some Battleground, probably.
Yeah, Battleground. Yeah. So, I don't really get the point of that. Rusev is back. He's going to be done immediately.
Yeah. And so, like, Cena will be doing Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, because the ratings are shit.
Yeah, so, like...
They're going to bounce around, and who knows?
The only thing that really I like about this is the fact that you could get a Cena-Joe feud, which I think is a story that you could tell really easily with Samoa Joe training with John Cena back in the day, and him having to take this long road back to the WWE.
Yeah. That could be something, I guess. I don't look forward to anything. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, Cena and this person's a dream match. For me, he's not in any of my dream matches.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a dream match. It could be an interesting story.
Okay, I guess I'll give you that. But, like, I don't look at him as a guy who I'm like, oh, I'd like to see him against this person or this person in the slightest, because I just hate his matches.
They're okay if
good match with Styles and,
they're okay if you're only doing it a couple times a year, you know what I mean? Because they're the same match over and over and over again.
Right, yeah. His match is the same shit. It's like do everything 3 times in a row just because. I don't fucking know why.
Yeah, and you do that a couple times a year, it's digestible. But when it's month after month after month, especially being on Raw and SmackDown, it's like 2 times a month maybe. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. For sure, dude. What else we got? Cable and Styles with Bryan. That's kind of weird because they set it up like Kevin Owens doesn't think you guys should be in the Battle Royal. Like, well, who gives a fuck what he thinks? But anyway, so you guys are in a match, and the winner gets put in the Battle Royal. Okay, a Battle Royal that Jordan is already in automatically.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
That's fucking
Literally
weird.
every male wrestler on their roster is in the fucking match. And I just thought it was really fucking dumb. I mean, but it was a cool match at least.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it wasn't long, but it really cements the fact that Gable probably shouldn't be with Jordan. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Gable is so much better than him, in my opinion.
Well, I agree there. I don't really like Jordan that much either. But as a tag team, you know, that's the kind of the point of a tag team, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, but they fucked that tag team already.
well, they could fucking save that. It's not beyond repair.
Well, no, but they're not.
You know, you bring them back and you fucking actually, you know, let them talk once or do a video on them once. You know, way
Let them
more
know
work.
who they are.
Right. But I was just, I liked this Gable singles shit just because it's like different matches, you know, Gable and Owens. I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. The same thing here with Styles. I liked it a lot. But do you think do you think he could be a single star? Main event guys?
I mean, it's so early in his career that it's too early to tell, probably. But I mean, if he could develop a character, he's already got the work rate, you know, and I'm sure that that'll get better and better as time goes on. If he can develop a good character, probably.
And then, you know, they have a hard-on for those guys. He is an Olympian.
Yeah.
You know, they do have hard-ons for that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, it instantly gives you a little bit of publicity, right?
Yeah. Mojo, backstage staring at his Hype Bros shirt. Remember this for later. Wow, it was like so obvious, dude. Like, oh my god.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this Carmella and Ellsworth deal. What the fuck do you think of? Like, Carmella looks so fucking dopey, man. That bitch. Doesn't she just look dopey? And like, she has no whites in her eyes. Like, she looks like a fucking alien, dude.
I've never.
Eyes are just black. There's no. You don't see any white of her eyes. Like, what is this bitch on, dude? What is their thing of
found Staten Island drug?
What is their drug of choice in WWE? The one everyone's taking.
I don't know.
That upper.
Oh,
I don't know. Whatever.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What Roman Reigns got busted for?
No idea. Not a clue. I just knew he got busted for something.
Gives a fuck. It's like Speed.
Well,
Probably what she's on. Interrupted by Naomi with a new glow belt.
yeah, boy, that tacky as fuck.
That's fucking stupid.
Like that's perhaps a disrespect not shown against a women's title since Brad Maddox busting some knuckle children on the old NXT women.
Exactly. It's like, which one is worse? It's debatable, right?
Yeah, it was like hand in hand.
I thought it was funny, though. There's people online like, this is disrespectful. The belts mean more than that. I was just like, holy fuck, dude. These people exist. You know, that's like internet smart people. Like, on one hand, they're smart to the business. On the other hand, they're like, this is disrespectful to the history of the women. They're like, holy fuck, dude. You know? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, it's what I said was completely meant in a joking fashion.
No, I know. I know.
And it was like that. It's to me like, look at the hardcore title. The hardcore title was crushed. I loved the hardcore title. That in no way diminished the WWF title.
Cena had a belt that spun, for fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah. If that didn't set titles back years, what's going to? You know, like fuck.
Just wait, someone's gonna have one that has water in it with a fish in there or something, man.
That would I'd pop hard for that.
Balor would have that?
No. He'd have the Lego title.
Oh, yeah, he'd have a Lego belt, dude.
Like, imagine being a heel and having a Lego title. You can just take the Legos off, put it down, and throw your opponent on the Legos. Boom, money, gold.
Dude, get him to step on him, yeah.
Yeah. Home Alone, that
ropes,
shit.
and when he's running back at you, throw a Lego down on the ground.
Yeah, just fucking cripple him down to his fucking knees.
It would only work against a barefoot wrestler, though. It'd only work against...
That's true.
Yeah,
Rusev,
it'd only work against Von Erich, and they've all killed themselves. So
I guess that's one way you can avoid Legos, I guess.
fuck Christ. I thought this sucked. I thought Naomi's fucking stupid on the microphone. Like, the way she talks. I mean, maybe that's just like a fucking angry old white man thing, but I don't give a fuck how lit you are, fam, and shit. You know?
Jim, you're just not cultured, Jim.
Damn it, I don't speak this language. Speak English in America.
You know what makes this worse?
What's that?
The fact that Ellsworth is suspended. Probably the best heel on SmackDown.
You know where the smart booking goes from here? You go back once again to your past, and you do, like, do you remember the OG Raw? It might be the first Raw, actually, where Bobby Heenan is not allowed in the building.
And yes, you're exactly right. It's the first episode.
He keeps showing up. He shows up as like a rabbi, and then he shows up like dressed up like a woman.
Yeah.
That's what like. This next episode of SmackDown, you need to cut to like Ellsworth trying different ways to get in. Honestly,
I agree that would be funny. That would be great because I don't want to see Ellsworth go away yet.
It's a great booking though, right? Like, we're gonna take the only interesting thing from this whole thing, the only thing that's like, fucking worthwhile, which is James Ellsworth being an asshole, and we're gonna get rid of him for 30 days. Okay,
this makes sense.
Cool. The only thing I've liked from this is him talking shit.
Yeah, like talking shit to Daniel Bryan and stuff.
That's great, man. So whatever, I guess we'll see what happens here. But if he comes back or whatever, he doesn't follow the rules, she loses the case. So that's the deal there. Naomi defends against Lana for the 3rd week in a row.
God damn, why?
It's like 15 seconds. So all these other, it's just so, it doesn't make any sense in their story. All these other broads are killing themselves. 2 ladder matches, right? 2 Money in the Bank matches, and going through all this shit to become the #1 contender to have a shot at it. And Lana, who in canon is in her 2nd match ever, you know, comes in and she gets 3 in a row, her 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right?
Yeah, like that's fucking
ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense, dude. Why are these all fucking around for this when she comes in and it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
No, I agree.
Plus, buried her from Go. I mean, there's nothing left, right?
And then what's up with Tamina stumbling into the ring and treating Lana like her jailhouse bitch, like she's Fabulous Moolah or something?
That's what you got too. I got that too. I was just like, she fucking rolls out like a bull dyke in a fucking woman's prison.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you got that same vibe. I feel like everyone got that vibe, right?
Probably. What other vibe is there?
Like fucking, I don't know, Hardly Fly takes her backstage. It's like, eat my fucking face now, you know? Forces her to fucking lick big, hairy brown vag.
Oh, gross. Oh, god damn, that's disgusting, Jim.
So yeah, that's your women's fucking championship angle on SmackDown. That'd be a way more interesting match. If you can't beat her, you have to lick her pussy.
Oh, fucking hell, loser. Winner receives an orgasm.
Gina Snuka's got such a big bush, it looks like she's got Jimmy Snuka. No, never mind. Jimmy Snuka in a headlock. Back when Jimmy Snuka had the big hair. It looks like she has her murdering father in a fucking headlock. That's all.
Oh, imagine the leaked pictures.
All that said, I'd totally bone Tamina, manly looking bitch. I'd do it.
Manly looking bitch.
Shinsuke Knox, they finally didn't have him talk about it. She says 2 words, gets fucked up by Corbin.
Yeah, she didn't call him Shin this time either. That's a plus.
Because it makes sense for the Money in the Bank holder to just start a fucking rivalry with a random guy instead of focusing on use the opportune time to cash in your fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
I know it's dumb to look for logic, but there has to be a bit of logic to wrestling still.
Well,
you can't just go fucking full retard.
No, you never go full retard.
Exactly, dude. It's like, doesn't make any sense. Why is he fucking with this guy when he should be focusing on that, you know? It's so stupid.
Why aren't you attacking Jinder? You know, come on.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So, Now, what did you think about this rap battle Wale hosted? Who, he's a wrestling fan. He seems like a good dude.
I enjoyed it immensely, honestly.
Yeah, the Usos come out with every Samoan on the roster. That's what I was thinking.
Under a hood, so you couldn't recognize them.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking one of those was Sean Maluda, you know it.
Yeah.
And one of them was fucking Nia Jax, the big one. That was Nia Jax.
Rikishi's there somewhere.
The big tough one, Nia Jax. And in the biggest pop I've had in WWE, New Day come out in full Apollo Creed gear with friend of the show and former guest Mega Ran.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
I was like, I'm like so much with the lady, and for them, I'm like, I play guitar on that dude's album. Woo! It's just like, great, babe.
It's just like, see how important I am, babe.
Yeah, exactly. See, I did so. I thought it was awesome how they brought Mega Ran out with them.
Yeah, that was cool, and he was basically the focus of their team squad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was cool that Woods kind of worked in there, like, oh, my trombone, Mega Ran. That was awesome. But, dude, this shit seemed like they maybe didn't... I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this is scripted? Because WWE cut out the page thing.
On the YouTube videos, yeah, the page thing is not there.
But do you think they would let those guys go out? I feel like maybe they turned it into somebody and somebody looked at it and they didn't put two and two together and they're like, oh, okay, whatever, you know?
It's possible. It's possible. It's also, I would imagine the New Day have a little bit of a pull with, like being able to freestyle a little bit out there.
Yeah.
And
no pun intended.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe it's just a lack of error in judgment. Maybe one of the Usos got caught up in the moment and just had to.
I thought that was pretty fucking. And everyone got that shit too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The crowd fucking got it.
Everybody.
Kofi kind of bags on him for being fat and wearing shirts, which like almost fucking corpsed him. Like you could tell, like they were fucking. Like the Usos thought it was fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then the weenie do line.
I was gonna say I can add fucking the weenie do to the list of like what the fuck chants. Honestly, you know.
Yeah.
That's some of the most obscure fucking chants you've ever heard in wrestling.
Yeah, it's just like, how is this on WWE television? Like, this is so blatantly obvious what it means.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. And then Woods nails him for carrying Roman's bags, which I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The Usos are DQ'd. It was originally like a wrestling match, right? Like, you couldn't put over the black guys in a rap battle, you know? Like, couldn't they have just beat those guys, you know, considering that they're fucking not black?
Well, and since you're in a world where, wrestling is the object of the goal, who cares if the Usos can't rap as well as the New Day? And honestly, if you're going by style, I would say the Usos were better than the New Day anyways.
Oh, I don't know. They had more rhythm in it, I guess. But, dude, they couldn't even... They had a fucked finish to a rap battle, dude. Think about that.
Yeah, I know, right? Dusty finish.
Well, there was a dusty finish, and we'll talk about that. Aiden English defeats Orton. And did you notice during this match, they did the spot you talked about? Where English throws him into the stairs, and then they go to the fucking commercial? I laughed so fucking hard.
I didn't even know.
Because you just said it last week on the show. We were just talking about it.
I remember saying it, but I didn't even notice it on the match. It was just so fucking, tune out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Randy Orton tends to do that to people. But at some point, too, the ref stops counting. And Orton stands there like he's got him in the draped, DDT off the table. And he stands there holding him there for longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, just stares at the ref and is like, you keep counting, I'll shit in your bag.
I mean, dude, it goes for minutes outside of the ring. The ref's not counting. He finally DQs him for using the stairs. What the fuck did this accomplish?
Nothing.
What did having Randy Orton lose by using the stairs? And, blatantly, too, the ref's like, if you do this, you'll be DQ'd. And then he did it. What the fuck does this accomplish at all? I don't get it.
It gets Aiden English over like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah. It didn't add anything to the pay-per-view.
No, not a goddamn thing.
Jinder comes out, they talk, I fast forward.
It's the same promo every fucking week.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You don't like me because of the way I look, the way I talk, the Maharaja, da. Now I'm going to speak in my Punjabi, and then it's the same.
Meanwhile, like, nobody really hates India, I don't think.
No.
You know, I've never heard anybody being like, fucking Indians. You know? I mean, we talk shit on them on the show just for a goof, because it's easy to make fun of their country.
There's a lot of people in my neck of the woods here in Alberta that are quite racist against, India and stuff like that. But
well, you guys have a lot of fucking immigrants up there, right? Like Somali.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know where they settled, but Syrians. And I watched a new episode of Eddie Wong's show where he was in Toronto, and it's like, holy fuck, there's a lot of different people up there, man.
There is, yeah.
Somali refugees, Syrian refugees.
Yeah, it's like all the cab drivers here in town are like Somalian. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like they run a monopoly on it all.
I don't justify, obviously, that, but I could see that, you know? And you like, all of a sudden, it's like you got these people with, it's like a lot of different shit going on, right? Everyone's got all their own style of shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of my favorite segments of the show, Dillinger was like, oh, Dillinger fucking, aside from a Sonic commercial, he's back.
Yeah. Today.
Yeah, Tanae, dude. Tanae Young.
This is fucking gold.
Yeah, I love that Dango's like in the background as a construction worker. Yeah. Fucking, I love this segment. I thought it was great.
I did too. And like Dillinger too is just like going along with it, but you can it came off fucking amazing.
And it's like, so they don't even need the fashion files. It's cool that they're doing other things than that, finding other like funny things to do. I thought this was great, man.
Yeah, this is something. It's getting better.
Kind of a weird like sexual moment when Dango fucking comes up to Breeze.
Oh yeah, dude. I think that's an obvious hint. I really do.
That's fucking great, man. I mean, it was totally fucking gay. It was awesome. I loved it. Renee Young with Mike and Maria Kanellis. The production takes a complete shit, so...
Yeah, it's like the power goes out or something. They default to just the zooming fucking lens just around this building.
In this little dumb spot, it's dumb, but fuck did I laugh. Like, all of a sudden there's, like, shit falling over sound from the side. And it's to go over there and fucking... This is crazy. Zane's over there. He's fucking stretching. I thought it was funny as shit, man.
Yeah, no, it's like... And you know what's something I noticed, too? I always thought Mike Kanellis was bigger than what he is, but he's like smaller than Zane.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck, that's an eye-opener.
And that spot worked too, because the crowd, you could hear that, like the whole crowd laughed.
Oh, yeah.
When it cut over to Zane and he's over the stretch and all awkward, and it's like, I don't like that deal, but if that's what it takes to get this guy over, then fuck it.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with having Zane do these wacky things, you know, like, it makes me be able to play this more,
Fellas, I'm a pacifist, I don't believe in war.
I don't believe in war! You know, so it's...
Totally crazy.
Yeah, crazy!
You get your Battle Royal, which I fucking like the idea of that. Independence Day Battle Royal. It's too bad that there's, like, not that many people in it, and they don't really have any stars. You know, not many stars over on this show.
No, that's completely true.
Yeah.
Like the battle royal itself, to me it was okay. You know, like until the last few competitors were left, then that's where it. You know, when it was AJ, Sami Zayn, and who else? Who was the other third competitor?
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger. Yeah, those three guys there. That's when the match really picked up and started to tell a nice little story, and it was fun to watch.
Coming out, Ty Dillinger, still over as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
With this crowd. And I was like, I know they wouldn't, but I was like, fuck, come on, man. Do it. Put Dillinger over here. You know, because they've been doing a lot of zany bullshit lately. Yeah. So I was like, oh, fuck, maybe they'll do it, you know? Nope. They didn't. But the crowd was super into him. They get down to those, 10 chants every fucking where. He gets tiebreakers on both. The crowd goes fucking crazy. And Zayn takes him out. and the crowd fucking dumps all over it, as they should.
Yeah,
And not to mention too, during this, Owens is like killing it on commentary. I thought it was awesome.
yeah, it's a nice. You know, I'm not upset that AJ Styles won either. You know, like either one of those three guys, I'm fine with.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you can't have AJ Styles. AJ Styles is kind of in the Finn Balor position where you can't have him in the main event right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I liked Owens too. He talked about his documentary that came out.
Have you seen that? It's really good.
No, I haven't. How did you see it?
I downloaded it.
Yeah. Oh, you downloaded it.
There you go. From the iTunes.
I do want to watch it. I saw some clips from it on online. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a nice story for an hour. Good hour watch.
I like it to me that kind of shit should be on the network. The idea that you expect me to go buy a Blu-ray of something is like,
right?
You fuck yourself. You cunts. But yeah, he had the commentary. He's like, I don't want you guys talking about it at all. You know, except for JBL, you can talk about it all you want. Because you guys are so uncool that you'll make it not cool. I'm like, he was fucking great. Like, to me, honestly, that guy, after he's done in the ring, he could be a fucking a great heel commentator.
Easily.
God, he would be fucking great. I hope he does that shit. I would love to see that.
Like, or even if he's injured, just come out and be a commentator.
Yeah, Styles wins, Owens attacks. I thought it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, no, it was much better than Raw. I can easily say that.
I watched it after I went and watched Fireworks with Mrs. Vicious.
Because America.
Live did a live video of the fireworks. So it was like fucking almost 100 people on there. It was in there. It was fucking. I was like, holy shit! 100 people saw fireworks from here. Pretty good.
Yeah, watch hot fireworks from an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. Not right.
Yeah.
If you live somewhere where there's no fireworks, right? Or maybe a different country.
Yeah.
Where you don't have the 4th of July.
Where fireworks are the thing. Well, I mean, we get fireworks on Canada Day. I don't know if...
Yeah. It's good shit. Let's fucking. This show seems long already.
It is.
God damn it.
God damn it, he says.
Trying to get to that 2-hour mark. We're like Raw, where we can't. We have a lot of time, and we still can't fit it within.
No, we always got to do that 15-minute overlap. Always.
Yeah. NXT episode 400. I thought that was a bit of a milestone.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Good even number. Cassius Ohno
I love even numbers.
and Tommy take on Wolf and Dane, who we've been corrected on Twitter. You have been corrected.
Yes.
That he's from Ireland.
He's from Ireland, not Scotland?
Yeah.
Okay, and the next time he comes out, I will probably say he is from Scotland again, because I'm stoned. So, fuck it.
Tell us what you were
but
called
thank you though for enlightening me though. I'm glad you did. I don't want
even in situations like that. I love interactions with people who listen to the show so much that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, no, thanks for taking time out to like fucking hit us up about it.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather be told that I'm saying something wrong. You know, just correct me so I don't say it again.
Well, you also were called out for your pronunciation of Cueto.
Cuerto.
Yeah, people were mentioning that as well. Yeah. So
Cuerto.
Awesome. Just gonna keep doing it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm not changing. It's just the way I say it. I don't know. I'm not Spanish.
It's so hard though. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, but see, I'm from Canada. We say things differently than you guys. You know, a boot and you know stuff like that.
You don't say a boot, do you? Really?
No, I don't. I say about.
I don't notice it.
Well, like I got weird pronunciations of like I consciously have to work to say dad.
Yeah.
For me, it's dad.
I always said I had to relearn how I say roof. So, like, now I say roof correctly because I used to say, like, rough.
Yeah. I think we've had this conversation before with, like, cats up and spun.
Well, I don't say cats up, but... I notice people from this part of the country They all say fucking roof like that. I was watching a Bobby Heenan shoot in it. Sorry, an old Bobby Heenan shoot interview, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he says rough." Just like fucking people around here.
I'm not alone. No,
He's from Minnesota.
I've known a couple people that have said rough.
I'm fucking dying.
You are. You know, like Mean Gene Okerlund is trying to tell you, you know, what you need to do, and you just won't do it.
I think it's that I need to go smoke a cigarette.
Oh, that could be it. You know, the tar is starting to loosen up and needs some thickness.
I haven't been because it's like a zillion fucking degrees outside. There's issues between Itami and Ono. Sanity get the win. I kind of liked Wolf. It's like he knows what's going to happen, right? Like he knows he's going to take a GTS, but he knows he's tagged in Dane, and they're going to win the match. So he's like kind of smiling as he gets the GTS. And then when he wakes up, he's kind of laughing. I thought that was pretty cool. He's gone full in on that. I like that guy.
I like the, you know, how balls deep he has gone into it. I agree. It makes you want to see that character develop more, you know? It gives you that reason.
Yeah. I don't like the fucking moshing thing that he does. That's stupid. That reminds me of like fucking the Headbangers or something.
Yeah, I can see that. But you know, his little crazy persona it's won me over. You know, he's always my low point of sanity, but now he's up there.
Look like they're setting up Ember Moon and Ruby Riot. They're kind of disputing over who gets Asuka next. They have a McIntyre interview. He's going after the belt, of course. Which I mean, I've pretty much guessed he's the next champion there.
I would imagine, yeah.
Gargano returns next week, so that should be something. They do an Aussie Cunts interview, which is basically just used to transition over to Almas and Thea Trinidad. Is that who that is?
Yeah, it's Thea Trinidad.
Which is interesting too. Her husband was just asked for his release, and he's gone, but she's there, so that's weird.
Who's she married to?
She's married to fucking Austin Aries, is she not?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not good at the whole the wrestling couples things. I don't know nothing about it.
I believe that's the case. You could double check that, I guess.
Maybe I will.
Okay then. Okay then. I'll keep going with the thing.
Yes, go ahead.
They recap some of the Mae Young qualifying matches. I don't know, what's that one chick? Aaliyah, she gets beat, so she's not even going to be in that. Imagine that. She's probably all excited, that Aaliyah girl, like, oh, they're going to have a women's tournament. This is cool. I'm going to be in this thing. No, you're not. You're going to be putting over some, I don't know who she is, some black girl who looks like Blaze from American Gladiators.
She's using her hair as a whip.
She just looks just like Blaze, kind of, from American Gladiators to me.
She is engaged to WWE wrestler Austin Aries.
There you go. 5-star podcast.
Buddy, you're good at the facts, sir.
Yeah. And then they recap the Strong and Rude build, which I fucking really liked, dude. To me, this could have been a fucking takeover match, honestly.
Easily. Very easily.
I mean, dude, some of that shit where Rude says is like your marginally hot fiance, or you have a marginally hot fiance. That's amazing.
Yeah, and if you want to be with a real man, come on over.
Yeah.
He's so Rick Rude, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they have the NXT Championship match. Strong's attempted murdering mom and his fiance are ringside. Strong. His mom shot his dad, man.
Every time I see his mother, that's all I think of is like the headlines that they have. It's like,
this lady was drunk and shot a guy.
She's a wreck, you know? Yeah, it's like, fuck.
She celebrated 10 years sober, like this year, last year.
Did you know that his father was an Elvis impersonator?
Get the fuck out of here, really?
I'm dead serious, dude.
That's amazing.
Well, he would wrestle as well. He was like a quasi wrestler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And both his parents were drunks, and his dad is an Elvis impersonator / wrestler.
Something like that, yeah. Like somebody will probably call me out on it again, but I'm pretty sure. Because I was watching the Best Friends of Chuck and Trent, and they had Roderick Strong on. He was talking about how his father was like a Elvis impersonator or something.
That's fucked.
And Roderick Strong, he is totally a fucking dude, bro.
Oh yeah,
just a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Is he really a piece of shit?
I think so. He's like that cocky fucking jock. in high school. Is what he's like. Just
I wasn't
grown
sure.
up to be a man.
To me, he came off as like the one jock, like the jock who wasn't a dick, you know?
Yeah. Well,
like maybe like
TNA had him early in his career and let him go because of his attitude.
Well, yeah, I heard that. Well, they let him go because of his attitude. They let him go because of that booking deal with Ring of Honor.
Yes, well, yeah. You're right.
Well, either way, this match I thought was really fucking pretty good, man.
Yeah. No, it was a good match because like you had, like you said, the development of the family ringside, so a lot of drama can play. You could tell a good story, but the family wants to see him win. And, you know, like Roderick Strong, you know, he can play to them, and Bobby Roode can also play to him. You know, it's all around a good prop to have ringside.
Strong kicks out of Roode's finish. Then Roode, you know, while he's laying on the ground, Roode is, you know, taunting his family. I thought that was great. Eventually we end up in a Dusty finish. So the Runnel family's getting a fucking royalty check. I feel like every time the Dusty finish is used, you got to send a check for $500. So.
Yeah, I was got to. At least give it to some Florida Championship Wrestling promotion.
To Dusty's wife or something, right?
Yeah. Gold Dusty gets it.
My favorite part of this, though, is like the ref comes outside to tell Strong celebrating with his family, to inform him that it wasn't the end of the match. And there's some Mark in a denim vest, like, arguing with the ref, dude. He's like, you called it 3, man. You called it 3. It's fucking like, well, the Mark, man.
Yeah, I know. It's actually, our last show that we did for the Federation, that'll come out, like, sometime this weekend, I would imagine. They do a Q&A with Just Incredible. He gets attacked before the Q&A is over, and there's this fan ringside just yelling the whole time, I didn't get to ask my question! I didn't get to ask my question!
That's awesome. Glorious DDT on the floor right in front of his family. Excellent. And Roode takes the win. And blows a kiss to Strong's wife on the way out. Fucking awesome.
She could probably kick his ass, too.
Probably. Yeah. But she gets back to fucking fighting weight anyway.
Yeah. Gets rid of that weighed down baby stuff.
You know, we didn't talk anything about Slammiversary or that. I mean, I just want to say in Impact, I did watch a highlight thing of this week. When you unify belts, you don't fucking walk around carrying 2 belts.
No, but okay.
Unify means make one.
Okay, yes. And you know why there isn't one?
Because there's no Global Force Gold left to make a new one?
You know, that could be a part of it, but the belts will be unveiled like August 7th or something like that.
Why?
Because that's the next time they can go live. That's legit why they're doing that.
That's stupid. If you were going to do this, you had those matches last night. At the end of the match, someone comes out and gives them the new fucking unified belt.
Exactly. But no.
So now for a fucking month, everyone's gonna be walking around with fucking 2 belts, trying to be fucking low rent ass Ultimo Dragon shit.
Well, at what point in time do you have too many people walking around with multiple titles?
Dude, everybody has 2 belts.
Everybody, yeah, no, LAX does, Sienna, and Alberto Del Rio. Yeah. But yet you still have that shitty Impact Grand Championship title.
You ain't Ultimo Dragon. I'll be carrying around all these belts trying to act like you is.
Like you is.
Fucking Lucha Underground. The continuation of the Cuerto Cup. I'm going to start saying it that way, too.
It's the Cuerto Cup. It is.
I'm not
going to say
it. They do like a recap of the Gay R Fox and Killshot rivalry. I fucking dig it.
Oh,
actually.
Yeah, dude. I do. I love
it. Shows how he was, like, captured, and he's, like, you know, he's out running, and he's having, like, PTSD flashbacks to his gay porn days, where he's all...
He's in that ring upstairs, and you got that fucking guy that's slow wrestling with Seth Rollins.
He's off somewhere, and he's fucking blindfolded and shit, and, yeah, he's having flashbacks to that. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I like fucking Dante Fox, as he's called here.
I thought that whole thing, too, was shot fucking amazingly well.
It was. And right at the to finish, he's running, and he runs like by the fucking temple, and Killshot's up there, and just like this slow motion, just like handgun on him, and pulls the trigger, like, and disappears. Like, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah. This is some fucking action movie shit. It's fucking great.
Yeah, that match that they had fucking whatever earlier this season was awesome.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, AR Fox can fucking. He's amazing. Like, I seen him at WrestleCon one time, and it's just what that guy can do is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
He's good. Also had the world's worst base jumper, PJ Black. Defeats Sexy Star. She gets DQ'd when she uses the brass knuckles that Taya brought in. And nothing relate to this at all.
No, not at all. And we all know my feelings about Sexy Star.
Yeah.
I hate her.
Yeah, well, I hated when they put the belt on her, but this Rey Edmundo promo, which I was always like, yeah, these are fucking cool, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, I've fucking seen enough of these already.
It is starting to get that little bit of a fuck off, you know, it is. Because there's nothing being said in these promos anymore.
No, last week's was good because it had, like, Stryker and had other people, and, you know, this week's was more just kind of a stripped-down version. It's like, okay, we get it, man.
Yeah.
And we're still far away from that, too, right? I mean,
we're weeks away. Definitely weeks away. You know, because we start the second round next week, so there's going to be 2 weeks of the second round. And then you've got another week there. So that's probably 4 weeks away.
Puma defeats Ricky Mandel, which I like this Ricky Mandel thing. He's, like, still not officially in the Worldwide Underground.
His wind is even cold.
Yeah. What?
When he goes to walk out and he gets blown with the wind, like that makes his hair go. He shivers like, oh, that's cold, and he walks away.
I didn't even catch that, dude.
Oh, dude, it was fucking great. I loved it.
That's fucking good. I like that. He gets on the mic and kind of starts trying to talk like Morrison. It's fucking great, man.
And I was not like, I've heard the name Johnny Mandel before, but it's not something I've never seen him until Lucha Underground.
Ricky Mandel.
Ricky Mandel. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Puma fucks him up, and then kind of showing like a slower change in Puma. Like he doesn't win to 6:30, and Stryker makes a reference to it. You can see Vamp is pretty into the match. He's pretty focused on Puma, so they're kind of doing this like dark Puma thing, which I'm sure is going to happen.
It's either that or Vampiro just has a crush. One of the two.
One of the two. Azteca and Rey have a backstage promo, and Puma's saying that he's after the belt. If Rey wins, he'll fucking take him on, so I guess.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? I'm not a big fan of Dragon Azteca, to be completely honest.
I like him, dude. Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of singles matches. The one he did have, I liked. I like him, man.
Like that Toucan Sam headdress, that's got to go. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well,
I can't take this fucker seriously.
Yeah, that fucking like shitty Yoshi head that he wears down to the ring.
Yeah, it's like a fucking. It's not even remotely realistic in any form.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you there. In ring though, I like him.
In ring, he's okay. Yeah. It's like a fuck off thing with the headdress.
Well, he was like a fucking rip off of Rey Mysterio at some point. Like I want to say that his had Mysterio in his name, or I mean, he's a rip off of him. That's why he's Rey fucking Horus, you know.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he was like a fucking low rent, version of him at some point. But I don't know. I like him in the fucking. Did I fucking skip a match?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I did. I missed the Son of Havoc and Son of Madness match.
Oh shit! So you did too.
Yeah. Fuck. How'd I do that? That was good.
Weed.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly how. They kind of play Son of Madness. They're part of the same biker gang, and fucking Havoc gets the win, but Madness takes his vest. and leaves, and they kind of, play up that they'll take your colors, but they're going to come back for you. So that should be interesting to see.
Well, yeah, and they were focusing the whole match too on like the colors of the vest, the logo on the back of the vest. He'd take the vest and he'd put it in his face and show it to him, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed the story behind it a lot. Actually, the match was good too.
Yeah, I take it, man. I think it could be cool. They're both from the open road. They both got these weird lower voices. I don't know. It's weird.
I would imagine that at some point in time they'll become a tag team.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
So, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Fox defeats Azteca. I thought it was, pretty good match. Worldwide Underground shows up. They beat down Ray. So,
yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, how can you not enjoy it? The show is good every week. I'm glad we're out of the first round.
Yeah,
because the first round was a little lame duck. I wasn't too enthused by many of the matches.
A lot of goofy stuff, right?
Yeah, and so now that we're in the second round, everything should vamp up. You probably get more escalated in storytelling wise because you're narrowing down the field. So
there you go. We still have the fucking Great Balls of Fire. Jesus Christ. Also, from looking through here, I forgot to. Dude, Okada was at Raw and SmackDown. Do you hear about this?
And he was at grill position the whole time.
What the fuck is that all about?
I think he's just soaking in. He's probably like some kind of he's checking out how WWE does it and probably bringing it back to New Japan. Because he's not leaving New Japan to go to the WWE. No fucking way. It'll never happen.
You wouldn't fucking think so, right?
No, he's probably seeing what Shinsuke Nakamura is doing. He's like, fuck this. I don't want no part of that.
Yeah, and it's Tommy. They have them speaking broken English and shit. English.
Yeah.
Well, and he's not a fan of American fucking promotions probably anyway. Let's not forget he did wrestle for Impact at some point.
Right, as Okado.
Is that what they called him? I guess I didn't remember that.
He was Okado. He was just like the Green Hornets sidekick, Kato.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, he came in the suit, the hat, the mask, everything. It was fucking ridiculous. They even had Tanahashi at this point in time.
Oh my god. That's fucking gross.
It is. That guy should never come back to America just as a big fuck you to that.
Goodness gracious. Great Balls of Fire. Sunday from Dallas, Texas. Whew. There are 8 matches on this card. Finn Balor, not on there. Just pointing that out again. Kickoff. Finn Balor. Kickoff show, Neville and Tozawa. I mean, how long is this Neville thing? At first I was like, yeah, this Neville thing is cool, but then once he beat Aries 42 times, I was like,
yeah, I know, I'm done with the Neville experiment now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. But is Tozawa with this build? I can't see him changing on this build.
No, this won't change a thing. Not a chance. Tozawa is going to lose, and it's probably going to be because of something that Titus O'Neil does.
I mean, the guy can't speak English, but he did manage to get just like a generic yell over.
Oh yeah, well, he gets that yell over wherever he is. Yeah,
it's weird.
He's like crazy little Asian guy. He's like, yeah, buddy. It's like watching the guy from The Hangover jump out of the trunk naked with his dick in the guy's face. It's like you're going to pop for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I fucking love that character, dude. Leslie Chow.
Yeah, dude, so fucking good.
I thought Leslie Chow should have his fucking spin-off, dude.
Dude, that could have been good.
An origin story of him. Did he die in the third one? Or no?
I don't even remember. I don't know. I don't even remember watching the third one, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's not very good, but
I seen the second one. I was like, oh, this is Hangover just in a different town. Okay.
I still liked it. I don't even care. Even the third one's shitty, but I still like it because I just like the characters. But it's Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardy Boys in the aforementioned 30-minute Iron Man match. Woof.
maybe Matt gets blown up so much he breaks.
He breaks. I mean, they're not going to put it back on the Hardys here. So
No, I don't think so. Cesaro and Sheamus, and Cesaro and Sheamus should not lose the titles anyways.
Well, yeah, I don't think so either. So we'll go with that. What else we got? The Miz with Maurice Bodalis and Kurt Axel versus Dean Ambrose. I mean, they're definitely. I don't know. One of these is going to have to change hands. You think, right?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't. I don't see Dean Ambrose winning it. I really don't.
Oh, I don't either. Enzo and Cass. I mean, you gotta go big Cass here, right?
Yeah. Oh, easily, and like in record time too. It's only going to be like, like if it's anything longer than 5 minutes, because Big Cass pretends he's going to pin him and like lifts him up and says, "No, more."
Yeah, you can't really see. It'll be interesting to see how they work it. Rollins and Wyatt in like the worst fucking build ever.
I don't even know what it's about.
I don't know what it's about either. Huh?
See, there we go. Well,
I was trying to figure that out too. It's like, it's just whoever's in with Wyatt. It's just like, well, you are next because I just lost to someone else, and
I need to get a win.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
No,
it's never going to win. Rollins wins, I think.
Yeah.
The eater of pins does what he's designed for. He eats pins.
Eating pins. Yeah,
it's just sad because that gimmick could be fucking so cool, and it's just so not.
Yeah, let's just hope that Aleister Black does not get treated the same way.
Oh God, let's hope not. I would just say, like, think of like what Lucha Underground writers could do with a character like Bray Wyatt, right?
Yeah.
Those guys have to just be sitting there watching fucking Raw, if they even bother to watch the piece of shit.
Oh, I would imagine Alex Greenfield watches Raw.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not part of Lucha Underground, though.
Not? I thought for sure he was.
No. Krista Joseph is. And,
that's the one, yeah, Krista Joseph.
Yeah. And Van Wagenen are both up there. So I imagine they watch that shit and they just go like, fuck, you know what we could do with that guy? Shit.
Yeah.
They probably just laugh at the state of WWE. And, but yeah. So you get Bliss and Sasha Banks. Here's the one I could see changing hands.
I was actually going to say the exact same thing, because they seem to have a hard-on for Banks again now after not caring about her for the longest amount of time.
Yeah. Unless she was nominated for a BT award and a Kids' Choice Award. Or she was at some BT Awards thing. I think so.
That's exactly why.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. And Reigns and Strowman in an ambulance match. I feel like this is connected with this Lesnar and Joe thing. Either they fucking, because if they're going to go with Reigns and Lesnar, which it seems like they want to, maybe even as soon as SummerSlam, that's where they're going to go. They go Lesnar and Reigns both win to set up SummerSlam.
Well, Reigns already came out on Raw and said that at SummerSlam he will challenge the WWE champion. That was his big announcement. So
I just can't see not putting it on Joe here, though, because you already got a Joe and Reigns thing anyway.
Yeah, you do. You've got it pre-built, but I doubt they take it off Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like,
especially if he's done at Mania. Take the belt off him now, and they don't have a lot of dates with him. Set him up for a couple of marquee matches, maybe when you bring somebody back in or whatever the case is, and just keep him away from the belt. We use him till Mania and fucking be done with him. He's not worth the money he gets paid now, in my opinion. Like, he brings people in, brings a big fight feel. I don't get any of that shit. I don't like Lesnar.
It's the longer he's there, the more boring it gets.
Right.
I like Paul Heyman more than I like Brock Lesnar.
I agree with you there. So, I mean, to me, it's like it's going to be interesting to see, because in my opinion, you put over Strowman and you put over fucking Joe. That makes sense. Not the other way around, but I could see him, going Reigns and Lesnar.
But then you also got the thing where Vince and all the higher-ups in the WWE are actually really impressed with Samoa Joe and how he's gotten himself over big time in the little amount of time that he's been up on the main roster.
Yeah.
And it's I wouldn't say that the realm of possibilities of Samoa Joe beating Brock Lesnar is impossible.
All right.
I would imagine there is a chance, and they have, 2 days. I'm sure there's at some point in time between now and Sunday night where Vince will say Samoa Joe's going over.
Oh, yeah. We're recording right now. It's Saturday, almost evening. a weird time of day for us to be recording.
Yeah, it's odd. Isn't it? I feel I feel like I'm off my game, and that might be it.
There you go. I feel like right now they still probably don't know what's going to go on, you know?
No, probably not. You know, it's they changed their mind so much. You know, it's crazy. And why would it be any different here?
That's great balls of fire, motherfuckers.
That's an in-depth review from us of a great balls of fire, actually.
Not a lot to talk about there. I mean, do you look forward to it? I mean, it's whatever, I guess.
Hey, I'm looking forward to the Joe and Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. I feel like the possibility of the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro sucking is extremely high, but there's also a possibility that it could be extremely entertaining. So I'm excited to see those two matches just for two completely different reasons. But that's about it.
You go.
Strowman and Reigns, I'm sure, is going to be fun. Braun Strowman will make that match fun to watch.
Well, it's an ambulance match. I mean, you know, there's plenty of ways, you know, cool finishes to do those. So I'd say, like I said, I'd steal the one from late WCW, Bam Bam Bigelow, where, you know, get Reigns on Strowman's back on top of the thing. Fucking Strowman falls backward through the roof of the ambulance into the back. Reigns loses because he was the first one into the ambulance. Good shit.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a great way to go about it, but
it's a cool spot too when they fall backward and kind of. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, right? That you'd go through the roof.
If they wanted Reigns to lose, that would probably be the best way to do it, because it doesn't really make Reigns look bad because he went through the roof of the fucking ambulance.
But really think about that though. You know, going through the roof of an ambulance, like that's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities, because a superplex off the top rope makes the ring collapse.
Yeah, that's true, right? So that is Great Balls of Fire, and I fucking feel like that was the week in wrestling, at least as much as we have time to discuss.
I can agree with you.
There's still Ring of Honor. There's still Slammiversary. I watched a bunch of fucking old foreign WCW shit. I watched fucking, for no reason, not even for a podcast. I watched fucking WCW Collision in Korea. Granted, there was some fast forwarding going on there. That show was crazy.
What was it, 100,000 people there or something like that?
150,000 each day. It was 2 days.
Fucking retarded.
And it's weird. Like the audio, like the commentary's not live, so it's very like muted and kind of lame. Plus, it's Bischoff, Tenay, and Sonny Ono.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Commentary sucks, but it's weird that it's in North Korea. You know.
Oh, it was even North. I always assumed it was South Korea.
Oh no, dude! It's in North Korea. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Whose dick did they have to suck to get in there?
I don't know. Back in the day, man. You know, they were maybe not as fucking outlandish. I guess I don't know. I think it's cool.
It's still the same family running it. How can it be that much different?
Well, the son's really fucking crazy, but
yes, he's killed his own brother. I
thought it was cool. I don't know how it works. You know, like, did everybody just get to go and the government threw some money on it, or how? You know, I don't know how the business side of that's crazy, because it's WCW, it's New Japan, and it's fucking All Japan.
Yeah, it's so weird. I've never seen that show in its entirety. I've seen bits and pieces. That's on the network, right?
It's not.
Oh, because New Japan owns rights to it, don't they?
It's on YouTube. Someone popped up in my recommended feed, and I was like, yes, please. But yeah, pretty good feed of it. And then I watched the last WCW Japanese show with New Japan. It was the third one that they did.
Which one was this one?
What do they call them? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I forget what they call it. It's WCW in New Japan from Tokyo. And it was the third one of the fucking series that they had. Pretty good shit. Masala's on the show. Fucking the Steiner brothers. Scott Norton, who's also on that Korea show. Which I fucking love Scott Norton.
Oh, Scott Norton is a brick shit house.
Yeah. But yeah. So we can't talk about all this stuff because there's too much wrestling.
There is. There really is.
So I think that's going to do it, man. I think we've done it. We went way over.
Yeah. We did. I mean, whatever. Fuck it. Before we go, the Scott Steiner, Jeremy Borash, Josh Matthews Abyss match, that thing was great.
I actually heard it was. Yeah, I fucking want to watch that still. But they did kind of like the where they go backstage and then it's filmed stuff, right?
They did the final deletion just with different people, and I loved it. It's fucking good because Jeremy Borash is the guy that did those.
Right.
So it's not going to lose the look and feel because Jeremy Borash was the one behind most of that.
I heard it was super fun. I've heard only good things about it. So.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, not a bad fucking Slammiversary show. And actually, now that I think about it, we got a question before we go.
Yes. Let me get that here for. Give me 1 second here.
While you do that, I'll do our shout-outs.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Give shout-outs, man, to all of our friends in podcasting, Wrestling Soup Podcast, of course, The Federation, The Strap, Sat Pod, Shooting the Shiznit, Talking About, Out of the Van, Comic King and Koozie, all those guys. Bam Jam Podcast. Shout-outs to all those people. And check out our Facebook. We got the Hall of Fame under the album section. This week's inductee, I inducted Andy Kaufman into the Hall of Fame, the 110th inductee into the Suplex City Limits Hall of Fame, the most prestigious Hall of Fame in all of podcasting.
There we go, Jim.
So,
there we go. Are you ready for the question?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how loud or how quiet this may be, but here we go. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry, guys. Do you have any more plugs? Do you have any more plugs?
Well, I can, I don't know.
No, we're good. We should be good anyways. You tell me if you can hear it.
I don't hear anything.
You don't?
3-star podcast.
You don't hear anything. You
Nope.
Sure?
I don't. Are you sure? Wait. Now that you say it. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try it now. If it doesn't work now, then, well, the question will have to wait till next week. So, and it's gonna, and since I'm playing this through Facebook, you've missed the first 5 seconds, so I can't replay it. So fuck it.
Is sucky.
Do you hear anything now?
Balls.
Yeah.
It is freaking boring.
He's on top of memory, just so you know.
Internet and Jackal Entertainment with me. I also don't get to watch New Japan's freaking US title tournament because I'm not back until after the tournament happens, so I'm going to get spoiled everything online. My money is probably on Omega or Zack Sabre Jr. But anyway, my dudes, my question is it bad bro etiquette to try to get laid while you are sharing a room with another guy? Thanks. Because, man, there be hot bitches everywhere.
This guy seems like he lives a very, very more exciting lifestyle than me.
He fucking does, right? He's like, once he's on a boat, fucking for like a cruise. He has more time on vacation on this cruise that he was on a couple months ago than I've had like in my whole fucking life. I've never had as many vacation days in my life as that dude had on one fucking cruise. Anyway,
Makes
now
you
he's on a
rethink
mountain.
life, hey?
I don't know if he's like working at a fucking resort or something because it's winter in Australia, which is weird.
That's true. That's true.
It's hot as fuck outside. So hot outside, I wouldn't be surprised if a kangaroo came fucking bouncing by.
Hey, mate.
Oh, good eye, mate. You pull out a knife? All the Australian references. Oh, shrimp and a Barbie. There, got them all.
There we go.
3 for 3. Nailed it. But he actually asked me for it's like hosting this podcast is the weirdest shit. It's like one day I'm like, oh, should we start a fucking comedy wrestling podcast where me and a friend, we get fucking baked out and we talk shit and, we'd be like the Howard Stern of fucking wrestling pods. And then all of a sudden one day you're fucking giving driving advice, winter driving advice to a guy who's never fucking seen snow in his life. From Australia, and I have to tell them Mrs. Vicious, who are you texting? Oh, a listener of our show from Australia who's asking me about how to drive in snow. What the fuck? What a fucking weird world it is.
Well, babe, I'm talking to Viva La Janie.
That's a Viva La Janie. But yeah, man, it's fucking. It's totally okay to try to bone a chick if your buddy's in the room, dude. If anything, he should be cool enough to fucking act that he's sleeping, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. Being in that position before, I acted like I was asleep. I believe I'd told the story before, didn't I?
You did.
On the show?
You
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
So, I just bit the bullet. Like she touched me a couple times. That was odd. But they ended up leaving at some point in time. I guess they just found out that that fat fuck in the bed isn't snoring anymore. He's got to be awake.
Or, maybe that, or like you got to be prepared to share. I feel like maybe
At least let me watch.
exactly right. Yeah. So I say there's no problem with that at all, man. I say go for it.
Yeah, I mean, don't make me have to listen to it like a podcast. Like, come on. Not when there's a movie playing behind me.
Right. There you go. Fucking well said, man. Well said.
Thank you.
So there you go. Yeah, totally okay to do that. According to us. It's just like we have the real fucking moral compass of the world, aren't we?
Oh yes. Yes, I don't know about you, Jim, but I fucking am.
Jesus Christ. Well, I think that's about it then, man.
I think so, too. I think we've covered it all.
Like, favorite, subscribe, share, review, all that shit. I think that's going to do it, man. As always, we thank you very much for listening and supporting the show. Especially, like I said, badass motherfuckers bought t-shirts. Buy yourself a t-shirt, get a shout out on the show. Can't beat that.
No, sir.
No, sir. We'll be back next week to recap Great Balls of Fire and the entire week in wrestling. It will also be joined by Lance from the Cool Kids Wrestling Group. He also is on Shooting the Shiznit podcast, which I guested on recently. And you can go listen to that. Shooting the Shiznit. It's on SoundCloud. It's around. You can listen to me suck 1,000 dicks on there. It's really bad. It's really bad. Maybe not that bad. Maybe 100 dicks.
I mean, you know what? At least you get asked to go on podcasts. I think I'm the hated one of the group.
Yeah, whatever. But the other day, this different format. It's like a half-hour show, so it's an easy listen. But they did 10, count down 10 things. And I was like, you're a pro podcaster. You don't need to write or prepare. You're good. Just go for it. Whatever happens, happens. So I go in completely unprepared. And Lance kicked my ass all over the place. So for me doing that podcast for a half hour, he has to come over here and listen to me and you could, talk shit for 2-3 fucking hours.
Yeah, just get, as you would say, high as draft pussy and have to put up with us. By the end of it, Jim, I would imagine in his head something like this would be playing.
I just assume blow my brains out.
Pretty sure.
He listens to the show, so. So Divine, Lance Levine, next week on the show. I gave him that nickname of So Divine. So Divine, Lance Levine. So he'll be on the show next week. It's going to be a good time. He is a cool dude. And we'll be recapping the Great Balls of Fire. Good shit. So, until then, may you, as always, get all of the dick and or pussy you desire, and remember that a winner is you.
lose. Mexico. Fight! Sydney.